Oklahoma won the toss, and they want the football. And kicking it off for West Virginia, Parker Roadhouse. Jaleel Farouk is back for the Sooners. Touchback, and Oklahoma opens things up from their own 25-yard line, and the man that will lead the offense, Dillon Gabriel, the transfer from UCF.
He is a talented quarterback. Last week, though, turned the ball over 3 times, and as you can see by those stats, that's 3 of his 4 interceptions. 2 of them, I would say, aren't completely his fault. Some bad luck. The third one is definitely on him. He's got to play a lot cleaner today to make sure that this team stays on schedule. It's a funky formation you got there.
They have not seen that one before. Gray goes in motion. They swing it to him out of the backfield. And he breaks the tackle and has a first down and more as he takes it out across the 37-yard line. Sean Martin ran him down for West Virginia. Oklahoma plays quick. This is Mims on the outside already across midfield as we look at the starters offensively for the Sooners.
Yeah, they've got a lot of parts, a lot of pieces. This offensive line continues to develop as they try to pave the way for Gray. You can see that the offense is trying to get the ball to Gray as much as possible. His
first carry of the day after having the catch on 1st and 10 to start the afternoon, and he's got 12 yards as he takes it inside of the West Virginia 45-yard line.
When we talked to offensive coordinator, quarterback coach Levy, he said that this quarterback is best. Dillon Gabriel is best in the tempo game, and he is in the tempo game right now trying to go as fast as possible.
Nice reaction defensively by X-Reed Lowe as we look at the starters on the defensive side for West Virginia. Lowe is going to be one of the key linebackers along with Koba.
It's good to have Lance Dixon back, a guy who has real length and speed, a guy they think that can help this defense against OU.
2nd and 9. Ball already down at the 37-yard line of the Mountaineers. Play action. Gabriel over the middle, incomplete. He was trying to find Mims, nothing doing, and good job there in coverage by Wesley McCormick. So now a 3rd down. You come out, you're moving it ahead of the chains. They get stopped on 1st down when Gabriel ran the football, and now they got some work to do.
Yeah, they are a little bit behind, but what West Virginia is doing on defense, especially on that last pass play, is collisioning the wide receivers to throw off the timing of Oklahoma. If they can do that on this play, but Oklahoma does a good job of stacking the receivers to make sure they can't.
Major, the running back. Gabriel over the middle, incomplete. He was trying to find Drake Stoops. Broken up on the play by Jazir Cox.
Jazir Cox does a great job. He has his eyes from the other side of the field, and Dillon Gabriel never saw him. Though plays like that are what make a quarterback try to kind of hold the trigger a little bit. Dillon Gabriel's going to have to see the field a little better and make sure that that doesn't scare him away from trying to make plays down the field. Nice job by Jazir Cox.
Yeah, Marcus Floyd was there defensively as well. So here comes Zach Schmidt to try the field goal. Play clock is rolling down. This will be a 54-yard attempt. But perhaps the Sooners were a little unsure of what they wanted to do here. You're kind of in no man's land. And we talked about the weather not being the best.
Oklahoma.
And eventually they have to call the timeout.
30 seconds in lane.
You just don't know how it's going to shake out. Will you need that timeout later? You want to be a little bit better prepared to make sure you either get a field goal unit out. But they started so fast, right? It felt like they were just going to drive right down and put the ball in the end zone. And that is a good start by this West Virginia defense because they took those blows from OU, but they responded and tried to force this field goal.
So Schmidt comes out. Long on the season is 44. And this, as we said, will be from 54 yards. Tell you what, this West Virginia defense that has struggled at times in games this year, no doubt, has been pretty good against their opponents on opening drives. And we'll see if they can hold the Sooners scoreless on this one. From 54. Schmidt is no good. Had it on line, but it is short.
He stroked it really good, but it just came up just a bit short. It looked good the whole way there, though, didn't it? See the snap, laces out, the hold is good. Yeah, he just didn't have enough.
So remember that for a late game scenario in case Schmidt is called on again. So now it's West Virginia who comes out and gets their first opportunity offensively. JT Daniels, the quarterback, transfer who started his career at USC, then to Georgia, and to his left, Tony Mathis Jr., the stud running back, returns for the Mountaineers. They go to the air, and the catch is made by their great receiver. That's Bryce Ford Wheaton in front of Woody Washington.
Yeah, JT Daniels, he wasn't very good a week ago, and there's no question about it. The worst he's played as a quarterback, fewest yards in the start, 81 in the air.
And this pass a little high, trying to get it to Sam James on the perimeter. It will be 2nd and 10 as we look at the starters for the Mountaineers on the offensive side of the football.
Man, that offensive line, the coaching staff talks so glowingly of Zach Frazier, and it seems like they've been talking about him for years. He's been there forever, and he's been the best lineman since he stepped foot on campus.
James, the motion man. 2nd down and 10. Ball across the 45-yard line. Here's Daniels. Pass complete. 1st down again. And it's going to be Caden Prather with his first grab of the afternoon.
I love these opening set of plays from West Virginia where they're getting a lot of motion, making OU show their hand, and then you're giving JT Daniels easy throws.
They actually mark him short, and on 3rd and 1, he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Great effort by Billy Bowman Jr. to come through from his safety position, and now it'll be 4th down for West Virginia.
That's a nice job by Billy Bowman. He's going to come from the left of your screen right there and get into the backfield and tackle for loss. Listen, I don't always love when a team just goes fast, go fast. Get a good play that you know you can get 1 yard, you can continue this drive, but they're going to go for it here on 4th.
It looked like they had the 1st down on 2nd down. Turns out to be 3rd and 1, now 4th and 3. Offense stays on the field. Daniels with time, now under pressure, throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the play by Danny Stutzman, his 2nd interception of the year.
OU does a stunt where they get a guy here, but that's not what gets to him. He just holds the ball far too long, and the pocket is collapsing. It's collapsing. Those are all quick, so the offensive line doesn't expect for the quarterback to hold the ball that long. What a huge stop by both defenses lately. Oklahoma. Wow.
Each team has had the ball once, and neither has been able to put the ball in the end zone. A missed field goal for Oklahoma, and then their defense responds with an interception, the 2nd of the year for the linebacker Danny Stutzman. So great field position for the Sooners here as they begin their 2nd drive, and Gabriel keeps and dives toward midfield. Edward Vesterinen covered him up. Stay on the ground here. And that's Gray pounding it down inside West Virginia territory.
This defense is in full attack mode. The previous 3rd down, they had something over the middle of the field, but this West Virginia defensive backfield is collisioning the wide receivers. You can see they stack them to the top of your screen to make sure they can get free releases.
3rd and 5. 2nd catch of the day by Gray, but he's hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Jazir Cox, the man again.
I mean, great job just diagnosing and seeing what he needs to see. A lot of times you see that the wide receivers will start blocking when this ball is thrown behind line scrimmage. They don't. He gets around them and right in the backfield. That's 2 big plays by Jazir Cox.
Somebody watched plenty of game tape this week. It was like he knew that was coming.
The first one, he reads the eyes, he comes across. On that one, he gets in the backfield. He knows exactly what's coming, and OU's going to have to be a little more inventive with their offense.
Michael Turk the punt. Fair catch called for and made by Preston Fox inside the West Virginia 10-yard line. Well, I kind of said it earlier, but here's JT Daniels, a guy that's been all over the college football world the last few years.
Yeah, West Virginia has been on a roller coaster this year, but he is no stranger to roller coasters. Take a look at this. Right, starts at USC, gets to Georgia. Now he's here in Morgantown in West Virginia and trying to find his way. This season just hasn't gone. There were so many high hopes before the season, but when I talked to the coaching staff, they have been talking to him about a lot of the same things I saw on film. Speed, right? Speeding up his drop, speeding up his footwork so he can get to his reads faster. And we saw on that last fourth down opportunity, he just wasn't fast enough. He moved in the pocket, kept the ball too long, and then turned it over. He cannot turn the ball over here in the black zone.
They'll run the ball, and this is Mathis. And boy, could he help across the 20 and out at the 25-yard line. Justin Broyles ran him down. But if they can get the run game going, and they believe they can with Mathis, this will be a big difference maker for the Mountaineers.
This is what we talked about in the open. Him coming back is big for them, especially since OU struggled against the run game a week ago.
Yeah, he's been banged up, had the elbow injury, thought he could have played last week at Iowa State, held him out, but he is back full go, and he carries it here on first down for a gain of a couple. 2nd down and 8 as we look at the starting defense for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Defensive line is strong. Number 28, Danny Stutzman, who we saw get the interception, he hasn't been great in the run game all season, especially this past week. He just wasn't in his run fits. He's only had 9 starts, right? So he's kind of a young player that's still learning. Let's see if the West Virginia offense doesn't attack him in the run game.
Hey, I like the other linebacker, Danny Agwebu. West Virginia throwing on 2nd down, and the catch is made by Cortez Braham, who goes inside the 30-yard line. It'll set up another 3rd down and short for the Mountaineers.
You can see by the play calling, they're doing everything to make sure that JT Daniels is comfortable and that he stays ahead of schedule, because that's when you get in trouble, when you put this offense behind schedule.
Well, and I saw Deshaun White sneaking up defensively, looking like he might want to bring pressure for Oklahoma. And in talking to Ted Roof this week, I mean, they feel like they can get after him. 3rd and 2. This is Mathis, dances in the hole. He will be close, and the extra effort, I think, gets him the 1st down.
It's going to be very, very close. But how about the effort? Right? He should be stopped in the back of the field for a 1 to 2 yard loss. You can see Stutzman right there. He kind of misses the tackle and gives him a chance to get across the 1st down marker. They're gonna probably measure this because it's very close.
Well, there is little doubt he wouldn't have got it without the incredible extra effort, falling forward. And here are the chains. By that much, he's short.
Just a few chain links.
So you go back to the last drive. You know, they were 3rd down and short. They run the ball. They don't get it. They lose yardage. To set up a 4th and 3, they go for it. A no-brainer that you go for it here. But what is your play call in this situation if you're head coach Neil Brown and the offense for West Virginia?
I don't think it is a no-brainer.
Really?
I think you kick this ball away, right? Because Oklahoma hasn't shown that they can do anything on offense. I do not agree with going for it here. I want to pin them back and try to play the field position game, just because Oklahoma, you give them the ball here again, you're not going to continue to stop them when they get the ball in their own territory.
Well, maybe that's the reason then that you go for it. You're saying, hey, we got to put points on the board if we're going to win today. We got a 4th and inches. At some point, I got to breathe some life into my offense.
I don't know, Adam.
Well, it looks like they're going to stay out there.
34-yard line.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, field position's a big deal. There's no question about that.
It could go quarterback sneak here. Daniels is a big kid.
0 for 1 on 4th down is West Virginia. And they get it. No problem. JT Daniels takes it to the 35, 1st down. He got a nice push from his tight end. That was Brian Palende, who came in behind him. That's become the most popular short yardage play right there. The quarterback sneak with a push from the tight end.
Yeah, it might not be that popular, though, because OU slanted away from it. It's like they didn't see the quarterback sneak coming.
So West Virginia now 1 for 1 on 4th down. This drive stays alive. Daniels throwing and too tall. He tried to find Prather on the near sideline.
Agwebu's coming off your left side here. right in between the line of scrimmage. That's the thing. They're going to try to speed JT Daniels up and make him make bad decisions. We saw it earlier in the game already. They're going to try to make him get off the schedule and speed up, and that's where he has a lot of trouble just because he hasn't played with nearly enough urgency here during the season.
2nd and 10, they run it. Mathis, the ball carrier, and he goes nowhere. Might have lost yardage. Isaiah Cole comes across and pulls him down.
Isaiah Cole did an outstanding job of getting in front. He's going to be coming from your left side of your screen, but he doesn't allow the offensive lineman to cross his face. He stays in front, wrong arms, and gets in there and makes the play.
Behind the chains, not where West Virginia wants to be. Daniels on the run, incomplete. Throws it at the feet of Caden Prather. And Oklahoma, after giving up the 4th down conversion, is able to hold and force a punt situation for the Mountaineers.
You don't see JT Daniels do this a lot where he extends the play, but he does a good job here, and he has him, but he just throws it at his feet. I mean, that's just not a very good throw. He has exactly what he wants. He extended the play, and OU doesn't do a very good job in plastic situations where you get the quarterback running around on that 2nd or 3rd play when the play breaks down. He had what he wanted, but he couldn't execute.
Oliver Straw, the freshman, punts it away. Fair catch is called for and made by Mims at the 16-yard line. That's where Oklahoma will have the ball when we come back. Now for our team goal, sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it.
For Oklahoma, we haven't seen it yet, but they have to take their shots. They have explosive wide receivers. They have to keep this West Virginia defense loose and stay on schedule. Make sure they do not get behind the chains. And for West Virginia, they got to play with more urgency, and specifically JT Daniels. He has to play with more urgency, and they have to keep Gabriel in the pocket. They've done a good job to this point, making sure he stays in the pocket. He's not the tallest man on the field, so he struggles sometimes seeing down the field to make throws in that passing game. So if they can keep in the pocket and not allow him to get outside and make those 3rd plays, they are going to do well on defense.
Oklahoma runs the ball with Gray, and he gets 2 yards over the right side. Tell you what, this West Virginia defense, after those first couple of plays, they have really responded.
Yeah, they brought the house. They brought everybody. They brought every single linebacker and anticipated that Oklahoma would run the ball on 1st down.
2nd and 9, pass outside. This is Farouk. He's got the 1st down as he takes it out near the 28-yard line. Lee Koba comes over to make the stop from his linebacking position.
It's a nice job by the wide receivers. Drake Stoops getting on the outside and throwing a block for that 1st down.
They run it with Farouk here. He avoids the hit in the backfield and ends up getting close to 1st down yardage. The little pop pass, and Farouk on back-to-back completions has got Oklahoma moving the ball.
And their run game has been really good all season.
Yeah, you saw the ranks in the Big 12. One of the reasons why, this guy, Eric Gray. If he goes over 100 today, it would be the 4th consecutive game that he's hit the century mark.
You know, you see a guy with dreads and number 0, you always anticipate that he's not a big guy, right? He doesn't look that big. He's 5'10", but this guy's 210 pounds, so you can see some of the power that he runs with.
4 carries, now 5 carries. And 21 yards, maybe 22 on the day as he's brought down here after he picks up 1. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 for the Sooners. Gabriel to the air, and he overshoots his man. Trying to find Farouk, could not get him. Number 3 has been the key target on this series. Malachi Ruffin back there, defending from his safety position.
They love running the verticals. They try to get to Farouk again. He does a great job of eluding the underneath defender, but the ball just sails. And like I told you, when Dillon Gabriel's in the pocket, he struggles just because it's hard to see down the field with those big linemen. He doesn't take huge drops because a lot of the passing game is based off of play action and RPO.
They're going for it. 4th and plenty, and it's dropped incomplete. A turnover on downs, and West Virginia is going to have incredible field position.
I mean, that's super surprising that on 3rd and 10, but Edward Jones' team goes. I said you got to keep them behind schedule, and a lot of good things will happen. West Virginia's defense is doing a very good job.
Tried to go to Daniel Parker Jr. Don't use him much, and he dropped it there. So we remain scoreless. 6:27 to play. Now, wait a minute. Did they have a first down that we didn't? Wow. So a hit there is going to be a penalty on Oklahoma. You and I were shocked, but all of our... Had they picked up a first down that we didn't account for there?
That was a little confusing. And I am glad that we were wrong, because going forward on 4th and 10 would have been ridiculous in that position.
We were shocked.
Yeah.
But we'll go back and check. But and obviously the officials have had no conversation about this. There's been no fight from either sideline on what should have gone down there. So evidently they had given a first down.
Kicking team, number 81, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, West Virginia.
Yeah, this was pretty inexcusable.
The Mountaineers will have the football when we come back. West Virginia Mountaineers playing host to the Sooners of Oklahoma. And going back during our commercial break, we checked the tape. There was a bit of miscommunication from the sideline and then up to the score box, and that's why our graphic read wrong. Everything checks out. 1st and 10, Mountaineers from their own 25-yard line after the penalty. Going to run the ball to the motion man. That's James. And he gets about 5 yards as he takes it out near the 30-yard line. We thought offensive fireworks today, given the way these defenses have played so far this season, but the defensive side of the football answering the bell today. Daniels gives to Mathis on 2nd and 5. He gets about a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Mountaineers. Closing on the 5-minute mark to play here in our first quarter.
Nice job by Deshaun White coming in from the secondary, coming to balance, right? So you see so many times guys fly in there with their head down trying to make a play. He comes to balance, makes sure the quarterback doesn't have the ball, which is his responsibility, and dives in on the tackle. 3rd and 4 here. I imagine you keep the ball in Tony Mathis's hands. Daniels
steps up. Look, he's going to be hit and dropped. A host of players there. Stutchman coming with pressure. Ethan Downs was the first to greet him. A sack for the Sooners, and their defense gets off the field.
They are bringing pressure and playing man-to-man in the back end. JT Daniels doesn't have a chance here. As soon as he catches the ball, he has guys in his face. Nice job on number 28, Danny Stutzman. When I was watching him on film, he didn't do great in the run fits, but blitzing, playing on the edge, being instinctive. That's where he plays best. When he doesn't have anything to think about, he's just flying and playing. He's got an interception on the day, and he created this punt.
Straw punts it. Mims is back, and he's going to return this one. Breaks a couple of tackles and dives to the 40, and that's where the Sooners will have the football when we return. We'll see if the offense. Kevin Gardner, I'm Adam Alexander. We are back here in Morgantown. FS1 College Football, sponsored by Edward Jones. Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it. Well, you look at Oklahoma, really good offensively last week and a home loss to Baylor, but so far today, slow going for Dylan Gabriel and the Sooners.
Now, I think they're going to have to take a shot here. They're going to have to take some shots, get the ball down the field, because they just played in this run game and short passing game.
This is Mims, who bobbles and drops. You know, injuries have been a problem for the secondary at West Virginia. And there's Wesley McCormick heading to the locker room. I mean, they have just played banged up all year long in the defensive backfield. And Oklahoma trying to take advantage, and they miss a wide open Mims. He would have scored.
I mean, they have them. They have exactly what they want. They're getting them across the field, and it's just a miscommunication. Mims is going on kind of a post pattern and a post track, and the ball's thrown on vertical seam. Just seems out of sorts, the whole entire Oklahoma offense. But here's the guy you need to look for. Stoops, get him involved and try to steady this ship.
3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Gabriel sacked. Sean Martin is there to make it his 3rd sack of the season.
They're going to drop out, and they're going to bring pressure from this side. Very nice job of West Virginia, giving them something they're not going to see. The running back has to go outside to help. Not enough. Very nice play by Jasir Cox again.
That's the 3rd time, maybe the 4th time we've called his name early. Punting situation for Oklahoma. Michael Turk kicks it away. And this one going to bound and take an Oklahoma roll down to the 10-yard line. Another opportunity for this West Virginia offense.
Yeah, JT Daniels just hasn't been good today. You see on that first possession, a bad play. That's a bad interception, desperately trying to avoid a sack. And then he's just missed, right? He missed over the head. He's missed behind. He's missed into the ground. At some point, we're going to probably see Garrett Green, because when we talked to the coaches, they said if we need a spark, we get Garrett Green in the game, and he's going to give us. There he goes. I mean, right on cue. Right? They said if there's any lull in the offense, we have to get Green in, because he just presents a different kind of energy and a different kind of effort. And what I saw, the running game explodes because of his running ability.
Well, they have really used him in the offense this year, but not as much at quarterback. Kind of a gadget play. Wildcat guy. Came on last week, had a great drive to end the game at Iowa State, and whistles before he gets his first opportunity here.
Timeout, West Virginia. 30 seconds in length.
Garrett Green was really good a week ago. 4 or 5, 80 yards, 80%, 43 yards and a touchdown. 0 turnovers. He's got explosive ability in the run game. And with Tony Mathis back, he could be very, very important to helping this West Virginia offense get going.
Well, you look at what he's done this year, and I mentioned how versatile he is. This is last week. Came in relief late, leads a touchdown drive, throwing the ball. He can receive. I mean, he's really good at receiver. They've used him there. And he can also run the football, Deb. He's really good, whether they use him at running back or he just takes off from his quarterback position.
Yeah, he's just that type of player, a guy that you have to try to get on the field. But in this situation, I think he's the best quarterback for this team right now on today.
Drive starts at the 10-yard line. Prather in motion. They give to Mathis. And nothing doing for him. Danny Stutzman comes through and pulls him down at the line of scrimmage.
These Oklahoma linebackers, and that's the start that you see there for JT Daniels, not very good, similar to what he had a week ago. But this is what you get. This is what you get.
Throwing on the run, complete to James across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
This is what you get from Garrett Green. It's a design rollout where he's going to look to the backside. If he has the hitch, he takes it, but he doesn't, so he gets on the outside, and he throws that sail route. Very nice job, and a nice ball so that he can catch and run with it.
Inside of 3 minutes to play, opening quarter. Garrett Green in relief of JT Daniels. High snap, and he pulls it down, going to keep it himself, and has a couple of yards over the right side. Broyles was there, Stutzman there again.
It's supposed to be an inside hitting play, but the Oklahoma, like I talked about, their linebackers are getting into the line of scrimmage extremely fast. Play action is going to be huge for West Virginia because those linebackers are committed to getting down in the box and stopping the run. There, the offensive linemen try to pull around, but they can't even get to linebackers because they're already in line of scrimmage.
Going to pass on 2nd and 9. Green steps up and keeps it hit and dropped as he gets to the 40-yard line.
It's a nice job mixing it up by OU. They make sure that they drop their linebackers out and they play coverage. Garrett Green does a good job of scanning the field. He sees there's going to be nothing but their eyes on him from Stutzman. Very nice job of going and making a play. But Garrett Green finds a way to make this a 3rd and 6 rather than taking a sack or forcing the ball downfield.
West Virginia 0 for 4 on 3rd down today. In fact, neither team has been able to convert on 3rd down. Mountaineers did get it on 4th and inches earlier in the first quarter. Palende, the tight end, to motion man. Green to pass. Rolling, looking, he'll keep it and dances for a first down near midfield.
It's a spark. It's a spark. They've got eyes on him because of zone defense, but he's such an exceptional athlete that it doesn't matter. He gets cold and in the open field, makes a miss, and finds a way to get a first down. It's the first down for West Virginia on third down. Very nice job of Garrett Green, and like I talked about, the spark that they needed, he's come in and he's been that.
Hey, if nothing else, they flipped the field here. You get a couple of first downs, take it out near midfield. This is a drive that started at their own 10-yard line. Here's Green again. Inside the 45 before he was hit by David Agwebu.
It's a nice job. It's a design quarterback draw, and it looked like to me he was dropping back to pass. So that means that's a very good job. It's essentially a play action for the quarterback where he fakes the pass and gets in the run game.
Second and short. This is Mathis. Tell you what, Danny Stutzman is having a day in on virtually every tackle.
Yeah, he's answering the bell, where a week ago he missed a ton of tackles, missed a couple gaps, and Baylor had an outstanding day because of it in the run game. Today, he is all over the field and flying to these running backs, in this case, Green, the quarterback, too.
Third down and 1 as time expires in our first quarter. Not a lot of offense. Scoreless in Morgantown. Mountaineers have got the ball facing that 3rd and 1 when we come back. A bit of a swing and a miss. We came in promoting fireworks, big offense for both teams. It always happens when Oklahoma comes to play West Virginia. Not
Huge
today.
Miss. Huge miss.
How do you answer a scoreless first quarter here in Morgantown?
I mean, we thought these defenses hadn't figured it out. It looks like they figured out at least these two teams. They said, you know what, we're going to make Devin and Adam look reasonable.
Hey, it made for West Virginia. Garrett Green in at quarterback, done a nice job with this drive. 3rd and 1. Mathis dancing, and he will have the first down.
Now, we've seen this same play for West Virginia on these down and distances, but it just hadn't worked with JT Daniels because there's no threat of JT Daniels keeping the ball and going on the edge. There, you get Green. All he has to do is carry out his fake, and he gives a little bit of space for number 24, Tony Mathis, who they got back today, to get through, get skitty, and get the first down.
Mathis 9 carries today already, 21 yards on the day. Mentioned the fact he's coming back from injury, but the coaches told us they will not hold him down. He is a full go, no pitch count for him. James in motion. Green to pass, pulls up, throws deep, and looking for James, throws it out of bounds.
And I've been there at the quarterback position where you've committed to run, but then you see a guy flash in your face, and then you see a guy open downfield, and you kind of just throws the ball away. That's a nice job because they play behind schedule to this point in the game. With Garrett Green in the game, they found a way to stay on schedule. And 2nd and 10 is not a bad thing because the ball is not turned over and you're not taking a sack.
Pressure coming, and Mathis nowhere to go. Deshaun White, so good from that cheetah linebacking position, comes racing in from the weak side and helps track down Mathis for a loss of a yard. Set the 3rd down and 11.
They call that position cheetah, and he looked like a cheetah right there, doing a very good job. Even Garrett Green tries to throw a block, but he's on his fake. There is no chance this play is going to work.
Green on the run, going to be a hold it looks like, and he's going to be sacked anyway. So he goes down, and I would say Thomas got him, so this will be a decline the penalty in a punting situation, most likely for West Virginia, unless there's a surprise on the call by our referee, David Alvarez.
He's going to
There are fouls on both teams. Illegal substitution, defense 12 on the field. Holding, offense number 64. Those penalties will offset. Still 3rd down.
Well, how about that? That's a relief, right? Because you're thinking it's going to be a hold, they're going to decline it, ball's going to get punted away, but no. Oklahoma got caught with 12 men on the field.
So a break here for West Virginia, who gets another crack at 3rd and 11. And here's the thing, do you pick up all 11 here? Obviously you want to do that, or given where you're at field position-wise, we've seen their aggressive approach on 4th down. Do you try to get some of it here to put yourself in field goal position, or more importantly, set yourself up to go for it on 4th?
I go quarterback. I would win quarterback draw because they're bringing pressure from the outside.
Movement on the right side.
False start. Offense, number 66, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's Jaquay Hubbard. It'll be now 3rd and 16.
Yeah, he was the person that had the holding call of play go, and he's trying to get out a little early to try to help him so he doesn't have to hold again, and he just gets out a little too early.
I think Coach Brown is upset because there was a lot of movement by Oklahoma, and they were really close to coming across, but I think they were able to maintain their position on their side of the football, and that's why you get the false start call.
On the other side, they got across, but not on the side of Jaquay. They got back.
3rd and 16. Green loading it up, going deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Bryce Ford Wheaton was there, and the fans want a penalty flag. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, he's going to go with a big post right through the middle of the field. He goes vertical, but you got both guys, right? You got a center fielder running back there. He does make a little contact. But I think it was simultaneous with the ball dropping in. And he's going for the ball, so I think that's what the referees might have saw.
So now a punting situation for the Mountaineers. They make nothing out of the drive as far as points, but they do flip the field. Oliver Straw, the freshman punter, back out. Marvin Mims back deep for Oklahoma. Fair catch. 10-yard line. Oklahoma will have the ball when we come back. Defense responds. And some disappointment on the sideline for West Virginia. Neil Brown says, what's trying to get something going offensively? That's such a great start, opening drive, miss a field goal, and since then it has been dry. Start this drive with Eric Gray, who pops for 7 yards over the left side, greeted defensively by Lee Koba.
I talked about it in the open. They're going to have to find a way to get Gray. If they want to become bowl eligible with this game and win this game today, it's going to be Gray in that run game.
Well, you know, the longer they let West Virginia hang around, the more difficult winning on the road becomes. Maybe a yard on 2nd down for Gray.
The West Virginia safeties are extremely low, and Mims is such a threat. I just can't see that taking a shot is not an option at this point.
They run it on 3rd and 2. Boy, he is hit, and it's going to be close. They're spotting this thing right at the 20-yard line, and I'm not sure he got the spot he needed for 1st down yardage.
He got a really good surge, and it's all depending on where they're going to spot him. It looks like they're spotting him right at the line for a 1st down.
Yeah, they give it to him 1st down.
The ruling on the field is a 1st down. The previous play is under further review.
Well, we'll look at the replay, and we'll put in the yellow line. I mean, we know it's not official, but it should give us some perspective on how close he was.
So he needs to get to the 20-yard line. He gives a good surge. He's driving. I mean, it's going to be too close to change. I think it'd be much too close to change because they gave him the 1st down. It looks like the ball got to the edge of that yard line. I think it'd be much too close to change, but been wrong before.
So difficult when you get in the scrum to figure out where the ball is to gain perspective on if in fact it should have been a 1st down or not. Let's bring in Mike Pereira from Los Angeles. What do you see here, Mike?
You know, this is one that to me you just can't tell either way. I mean, when I slow it down and look at it, I think he may have made it, but like you said, when you get into a scrum of players like that, very difficult to tell. Also, the location of the camera, where is it shot from? I just don't think, in my opinion, it's really enough to change it. This is going to look completely different from this angle.
How about Gray?
After further review, the ruling on the field stands of a 1st down.
So David Alvarez says it stands, an indicator there was not enough video to overturn it. And if he had confirmed it, we would know they were all good. But The spot gives Oklahoma the first down, and that's big as they try to move away from the shadow of their own goal line. Started this drive at the 10.
Yeah, the goal is to try to get 2 first downs. There's the first one, and this drive becomes a win. But I would love to see play action here. Mims over the top. The safeties have come down into the box because Gray has had some success in the run game. Try to get this ball over the top.
That's the tight end Willis moving across the formation. Gabriel looked that way. Now he's going to run near side. And he'll get another first down as he steps out across the 30.
Like, that's also what you get. So he's going to look to throw this ball deep. You see that safety running across your field. That's the guy that was stopping from getting the first down on the run game. That's what Gabriel can still do. You got to give him opportunities to drive this ball down the field, and then this will be open. Oh, my goodness.
Here he goes. Eric Gray on the run. He's breaking away. He's going to take it all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Imagination. Imagination. You do one play action, try to get the ball down the field, they cover it, you run with the quarterback, and then your run game is blown wide open. Nice run by Gray.
He stays in the game and gets it again and has 7 more as he goes down inside the 10 to the 8.
Just an inside zone, nothing special. Gets in between the offensive linemen, and he has that ability to slither through and get through defenders. Didn't have the gas to get to the end zone, but what a play by Gray, and you're going to see the officials stand over the ball, give West Virginia a chance to substitute because Oklahoma did. But when you have imagination, you can really catch this West Virginia offense off guard. Great job of dialing it up by Coach Levy.
Gray goes out. Javante Barnes, the freshman running back, is in. First time we've seen him today. And he gets the carry. And he'll have the first down as he leans to the 5. It'll be first down and goal for Oklahoma. Barnes, who's been out with an injury, went for 100 yards and a couple of touchdowns against TCU earlier this season.
Dylan Gabriel's legs, big in a... There we go.
Quick pass near side. It's going to be a touchdown. That's the tight end Braden Willis. But a flag comes out. I'm fearful. Could this be offensive pass interference?
100%. 100%. Theo Weiss has to do a better job of avoiding this contact. Now, this could be a scenario where the ball should be caught behind the line of scrimmage.
There was no foul for offensive pass interference. The ball was caught at or behind the line of scrimmage. Touchdown.
So you're going to come here, boom, and they run this play, get a guy in behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's essentially a screen play, so there can be a block downfield. And a nice job by Weiss. He knows exactly what the play is designed to do. Great execution there by Oklahoma.
I go back to the spot on third down at the 20-yard line.
Not enough to change it. The call on the field had to stand, and then you get the big shot, and then you get the big run.
Then the ball was caught at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to look at this. So this is a penalty, Mike, and correct this here, that is reviewable. Obviously, they're going to take a look, and it was really close when he caught the football as to where he was in relation to the line of scrimmage.
You heard the referee's announcement when he said there is no foul for offensive pass interference because the pass was caught at or behind the line of scrimmage. That opens up replay to review this, and this pass is caught a yard beyond. So therefore, they can now come in and put offensive pass interference back on the play, which will actually take away the touchdown.
And that's 100% on Braden Willis because that play is designed, Mike, to be caught behind the line of scrimmage so they don't have to deal with this penalty. But he leaks up the field. If he stays behind the line of scrimmage, this is a touchdown.
Correct.
And he was so wide open, as you said, he could have stopped, caught the ball, and then walked into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, they talk so much about it. As a fifth-year senior, you don't expect him to make this mistake. Right, so here's the line of scrimmage right here. He has to catch the ball behind that line. Let it run. There he goes. He's across it.
Yeah, when we showed the first replay, I thought maybe it was kind of like that third down. I mean, it's going to be too close to overturn. But as you reset, you really look at where the line of scrimmage was. There's no doubt that he was beyond the line of scrimmage, and we'll get the call here from David Alvarez.
That's a big play because it's a perfect design, but the execution just wasn't there.
After further review, the ball was caught beyond the line of scrimmage. Therefore, we have pass interference on the offense, number 10. 15-yard penalty, Still, third down.
So the penalty goes on Theo Weiss, but he did his job. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. It was Willis that just wasn't able to stay behind the line of scrimmage. But here's Weiss right here, who's going to go and do his job. He's going to get vertical, and he's going to block the guy that should cover Willis. And if Willis, as we talked about, was behind the line of scrimmage, this is a perfect play. But he gets a little too antsy. You know, you want to get in the end zone. You know it's going to be a touchdown. You know it's going to work, and you get a bit downfield.
So confirming it is third down here. You heard David Alvarez say that. They did not get the first down on that previous carry. It was not first and goal, and now it's third down and a bunch.
Stoops has been good in this situation.
Gabriel going to run. And he'll be pulled down before he gets to the line to gain. And it'll be a field goal situation here for the Sooners.
When we talked to Coach Venables, this is exactly what we talked about, how close they are. Just a detail there or a missed block there or just a little bit more time. If he's a foot behind where he caught the ball, if he has a little bit more attention to detail, he knows exactly what needs to happen, and they have a touchdown on the board rather than trying to kick a field goal here.
So the field goal try for Zach Schmidt missed earlier from 55. This will be a 32-yarder. He's 8 for 11 on the year. And this one is good. Points on the board for the first time today. Oklahoma leading 3-0, and the score was set up by a long run for Eric Gray. As they hit the field goal, and you can see at kickoff it was 50 and calm. Now we've got rain and 46 in Morgantown, and it's great to see the American flag on Military Appreciation Day. Schmidt hit the field goal. He kicks it off. And this one going to go out of bounds. Tomorrow on Fox, an NFL doubleheader starts with the Vikings taking on the Bills. Then it's one of the games of the year as historic rivals take center stage when Dak leads the Cowboys against Rodgers and the Packers in a showdown for the ages at Lambeau, all on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Who would have thought this early in the season this would be the last hoorah for old Aaron Rodgers? All right, last opportunity to save the season, see what he can do. Cowboys defense is going to come and be ready to play.
So they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line after the kick went out of bounds. And JT Daniels back in at quarterback after the last drive was led by Garrett Green.
I don't agree with this. I mean, they found a spark. They got the win that they wanted out of their shadow of their own end zone.
Justin Johnson, the running back. He's got room to midfield. First down to West Virginia. Deshaun White was able to track him down.
It's a very good job. Just get down on that track, and you get the tight end pulling around. Brian Blendy does a great job.
Johnson played last week and had 12 carries for 48 yards on the road in the loss at Iowa State. First catch of the day for Reese Smith on the perimeter.
So it looks like the beginning of the game, right? What they try to do, they try to get JT Daniels some easy throws, right? Get him in rhythm, find a way to get him comfortable and get his feet up underneath him. And they're starting to do that here on this drive.
Second down and 5. After that penalty on the kickoff, ball already in plus territory for the Mountaineers. This is Johnson again. He'll have another first down as he takes it inside the 40. I like the Mountaineers going with a little pace here, down 3-0 and closing on the midway point in the second quarter. Unlike Johnson, that time got tripped up by his own offensive lineman, and David Agwebu made him pay.
That's because Deshaun White came in and sacrificed himself, gave everything, and set up an opportunity for Agwebu to come around and make the play. Very nice job. Sometimes you have to be the sacrificial lamb on defense, sometimes on offense as well. But on defense, you have to sacrifice yourself, get everything to the block, knowing that you probably won't make the play so that your buddies can come around and help you.
Rain is really falling now in Morgantown. Second down and 10. Mathis back in at running back. Short pass complete. Bryce Ford-Wheaton hauls it in. Deshaun White, Agwebu come over to pull him down. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Mountaineers.
This is where the legs of Green was really instrumental in helping West Virginia continue to drive a go. Let's see if JT Daniels, as we step away with an injury on the field, fronted by Deshaun White. Drive there, the best drive of the game, but he's not on the field right now. It's JT Daniels on 3rd and 7.
This drive started at the Mountaineer 35. They're inside the Sooner 35 at the 34-yard line. They run it on 3rd and 7. Ball is on the ground. Justin Johnson coughed it up, and it's recovered by the Sooners. 2nd turnover of the day for West Virginia. Big Jordan Kelly got it.
Man, it looked like a really good play, and it looked like West Virginia's coaching staff is smarter than everyone else. We don't need Garrett Green in the game, and they have the run that they want. And then Johnson just puts it on the turf. What a tackle to put his head on the football by Woody Washington.
Washington coming up from his corner position in run support, and you said it. Helmet right on the football, jars it loose. It's raining, the ball's probably slick, and Jordan Kelly helps get the Sooners the football back. Had the interception earlier. And a little pop pass here. This is Drake Stoops, and he's got room to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Oklahoma.
That's got to feel good to hear the crowd go, Stoops.
On the road.
Oh, my goodness, this is crazy.
Quick pass left. They go right back to Stoops. Look at him fight for extra yardage close to midfield.
They said that everything he's gotten, he's earned, and you can see it right there. He is getting this team going in the last few 3rd downs. I've circled him because he is the guy that steadies the ship, and he's steadying it right now. 2nd and short.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. And a 1st down here as Stoops catches it on the outside. And on a 2nd and 1, he gets 5. 1st and 10, Oklahoma.
Now I go inside zone here, and then maybe 2 plays later, I go to the quick pump to Stoops, get the ball down the field to Mims.
Gabriel to pass again.
Or right now.
Right down the middle. And he's got him in. It's dropped. Mims could not hang on. Marvin Mims Jr. can blow the top off, and they had him there, and it goes right through his hands and incomplete.
I mean, you can see how much rain is there, and they had this perfect plan. You can see all the rain on the camera lens, but he has to, and I mean has to, make that play. But the one thing about the gloves, they're super slick. They're great when it's dry, but when it gets wet outside, they're extremely slick, and you saw that ball slip right out of his hands.
2nd and 10. Quick pass near side. This is Farouk, who had lined up in the backfield. And he'll get about 5 yards, set up 3rd down and medium for the Sooners.
You see Farouk has his gloves off, and he will not allow the same fate for him.
Farouk the other way. Pretty good defense by West Virginia, but extra effort by Farouk gets him real close to the marker. That was Jazir Cox.
So this is very, very close. I think even closer than we think. He lands on top of the defender, still up, and then falls forward across the 1st down marker. So I don't know if they'll take a look at that, but that is a huge difference in if this is a 1st down or if it's not.
Going around the field is that the runner is short of the line of game.
You know, I go back to the review we had earlier on a 3rd down call.
Yeah.
And there was just no way to really tell what happened because you had that mush right in the middle of the line. This one, you have a lot bigger opportunity to overturn the spot because of the nature of where it happened. And, I mean, you can see exactly where he goes out of bounds here.
Yeah, without question. His no body part hits the ground. He lands on top of the defender, number 7, Jazir Cox. And then he reaches out across the line to gain. I think they're going to have to overturn this and make this a 1st down. This is a nice job of having a really good effort on a play that looked like it wouldn't be much, but Farouk finds a way to get on the edge and then fights to try to get this extra yards. Elbow still off the ground, and it looks like the ball is across the line of game.
I'm not sure that he got the 1st down, but I think they're going to be closer than what the original mark was. Mike, you've been busy, and here we are again, another third down and short. What do you think?
You know, he's got to get all the way to the 36, and if you look at it, I think the elbow is down out of bounds with the ball short of the 36. So watch the elbow hit, and that's one thing they're going to look at. It's where the ball crosses the sideline, but where the elbow hits there, I think that's actually short of the 36. So if I'm looking at this, I think I let it stand.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I think he's just what, inches, centimeters. What do you think, Mike? Centimeters short?
Yeah, I've never seen a centimeter, so I'm gonna go with the inches.
Here's the call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Fourth down.
So great effort on the far sideline that time by Jalil Farouk, but he's unable to get there. Jazir Cox holds him short, and now fourth and definitely less than a yard for the Sooners.
You saw Coach Venables firing up his offense. He's going to leave him out there and give him an opportunity to try to go pick up 1 yard. I mean, if this is the team you want to be a tough, hard-nosed team, a team that can go get 1 yard. They got some heavy personnel in there. This is going to be a run all the way.
And they move. You bring in the extra offensive lineman, line up in the backfield, and Chris Murray, I think, went a little quick for the Sooners.
It's going to be a snap infraction. That's the center, Andrew Rain. He moved the ball quickly, about to snap it.
False start. Offense. Number 73, 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down.
You're going to see, look inside right there. Look at the ball. He's going to move it quickly. No, it's definitely on the center. We just started the video a little too soon, a little too late, but he definitely moved the ball quickly, and that's what made the offensive lineman behind him jump off sides.
So you go from, fourth and half a yard, whatever it was, fourth and inches, to now 4th and 6. Outside of field goal range, ball spotted just inside the 42, so the Sooners going to leave the offense on the field and go for it.
Stoops has free release.
Ball batted down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. West Virginia will take over. I think it was Jordan Jefferson that got it.
What a demoralizing play there.
The Mountaineer defense responds. They've got it when we come back.
Exceptional. Nobody expected anything. They thought that the season's over. We're going to tank and go get a quarterback in the draft. And here comes Geno Smith. He'll be in Germany against the Bucks tomorrow.
Outstanding year for the Seahawks, no doubt about it. Good field position here for the Mountaineers. They're going to throw on first down. Or are they? Daniels rolling right across his body, tosses it up, and it's incomplete. Off the fingertips of Caden Prather. Billy Bowman Jr. gets back there defensively.
I mean, there's nobody open, and the only opportunity is to get this ball up high, and he just can't come down with it. Plays like that are going to be extremely difficult to make with the gloves. And I'm just going to tell you, he looks like he has the Rain special gloves on, where the inside is black and it's leather, where it can help you grasp the ball a little bit better than those gloves that are a little bit sticky that all the older players hate. It's unfair for them to catch with those gloves.
Is that where we are now, analyzing the gloves players
important.
Are wearing?
It's important because two of the bigger plays in this game came from a fumble from Justin Johnson, right, on a play where they thought they might have had the first down, and a drop that would have been a touchdown from him. Both of them wearing the gloves that are for catching in the good weather, right? The sticky gloves. But those are the leather gloves. You can see on the inside they're more of like a sheepskin, it seems like, where it's better for you in the raining elements.
Mathis loses yardage on second down. Third down and 12. West Virginia as we go inside of 5 minutes to play first half. Daniels feeling pressure. Throws right. This one's going to be caught. First down and more. It's Sam James who makes a move inside the 35 and down to the Oklahoma 30.
Nice job by Sam James. You're going to get post, sail route right there. He's going to come underneath. Very nice job of getting underneath the coverage. And a nice job by 3, Caden Prather, who gets down the field, lifts the coverage, and a nice throw by JT Daniels. He struggled a week ago. He struggled early in this game, but a great job of moving within the pocket, finding his way to get outside. And what you saw from him on that last play from JT Daniels, you saw urgency, right? Urgency in the pocket to move around, find his throw, and get the ball out there.
That's the word that you've said today. We talked about it with the coaches. And really the difference between he and Green, the backup, is playing with that urgency. Good to see that out of Daniels, a guy that is an unquestioned talent. Just got to put all the pieces together.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of it, as we talked about. His career has had ups and downs. He starts at USC, leaves high school early to start at USC, goes to Georgia, and now he's here at West Virginia, and that's a nice play by him.
We got an injured player, and it's Justin Broyles for Oklahoma. Hard to tell exactly what happened there.
Can't see a whole bunch there.
Broyles, a fifth-year guy, already has his degree at Oklahoma. Provides a lot of leadership for Ted Roof in this defense.
So here he is right there. He gets up and he seems to be okay. And he starts to, oh yeah. I don't know. That's, sometimes you think, I don't want to speculate, but sometimes you think, is it a cramp? Because it locks up on him because he gets up. But, you know, for a cramp, you don't usually, that's a lot. He's trying to inspire his teammates. You can see that there. That, oh no, this is a lot worse than he thought when he got up, for sure. Get all the teammates around, slapping his helmet, can't walk off in his own power.
Well, that's a tough loss.
Yeah.
You know, for a defense that's been reeling. 4:37 to play first half. West Virginia yet to get on the board. You know, the last time the Mountaineers were held scoreless in a opening half, November 6th, 2021, actually in a half. That was the second half when they played Oklahoma State. So a year ago. Trying to get on the board here. 1st and 10, ball just outside the Sooner 30-yard line. The give to Mathis and nothing doing. Really, really good defense up front by Isaiah Coe.
It's a nice job by Downs, too. Downs setting the edge and leaving the running back nowhere to go. Last week, Oklahoma struggled against the outside zone, and it's good to see that Downs is able to set the edge to make sure that the running back can't get outside on that play.
Yeah, they really struggled against the ground game against Baylor last week. But so far today, they have answered the bell, and here they do it against the pass. Woody Washington comes over and takes down Bryce Ford Wheaton. 3rd and long for the Mountaineers.
It's another one of those easy completions to keep Daniels going, but it can't get anything. Wyatt Milam is the offensive tackle that is tasked with trying to get outside and make that play, but it's a long way to go when you do that play to the field. Like he has a long way to go to try to get out there before the safeties and linebackers of Oklahoma can dissect it. He just can't get there. The play stopped.
A whistle here on 3rd and 7, and Oklahoma is going to call a timeout. It'll be their second of the half, and while we have a break, let's head to our studios in Los Angeles, find out what's coming up at the half. Here's Mike Hill.
Coming up on the State Farm halftime, 7th-ranked LSU looks to avoid a letdown after beating Alabama, while number 2 Ohio State tries to improve to 10-0. And we'll debate who's more likely to make the playoff, TCU or the Pac-12. See what you got to say about it, Adam and Devin. Back to you.
Where do you go here? TCU, one-loss team from the Pac-12, USC, Oregon. What do you think?
Well, if TCU wins all their games, you can't have TCU
no brainer,
right? You know what I mean?
Well, and they were 4 this week, right? Moved up to number 4.
They've been. I mean, we've seen in the past where Ohio State sneaks in at the end, and I think it was the first college football playoff where they took TCU out after they had won because Ohio State looked so impressive, and then Ohio State goes on in 2014 to win the national championship. But this TCU team has been too explosive on offense. It fireworks everywhere. They've been very, very good. If they win out, I don't see any scenario where you sneak a one-loss Pac-12 team in over them.
I think that message was sent loud and clear. Tennessee loses at Georgia. They go to 5 behind TCU. TCU wins out, Big 12 champion. No question they're going to be in the playoff. Big one tonight on the road as they go to Texas. 3rd and 7. Daniels under pressure again, and one more time he is sacked. Danny Stutzman comes through. He's got a sack, he's got an interception, and Oklahoma getting it done on the defensive side of the football.
Danny Stutzman going to get vertical, and he's going to jump around and meet him on the other side. Hello, Mr. Daniels. My name is Danny Stutzman.
Jake McCoy was there. There have been a lot of highs and lows for this Oklahoma defense in 2022. You just anticipate they're going to be great because of their head coach. I mean, he's been so good as a defensive coach, Brent Venables, and today they are showing what they're capable of. A punting situation for West Virginia.
I mean, and when we talked to Coach Venables, we talked about that defense, and we asked him, what's the issue? He said, well, it's not effort. The effort is there. It's always there. These kids have not quit. They continue to fight.
Game offense, that penalty is declined. Still 4th down.
But he said it has to be effort with technique, right? He was very adamant about it. Effort is there. The effort is there. But the technique sometimes withers. Right there, you saw Danny Stutzman, whose technique a week ago wasn't the best, show great technique and make a play on West Virginia.
We've said it too much today, but Straw in punt formation. Mims calls for the fair catch, lets this one get behind him, and it will be down inside the 5. The long snapper, Austin Brinkman, does an outstanding job of covering that football for the Mountaineers. So it is the Oklahoma Roadshow, and when you look at what they've been able to do away from Norman, I mean, it is impressive.
I mean, they get up to play. It's weird, right? Because most teams are really, really good at home, and you're expected to be good at home. All the things are the same. You eat the same meal. You live in your own bed. All those things. But when you go on the road, teams just aren't as good. But for this team, it's been the exact opposite. They've been very good on the road, and here they are on the road with their backs against the wall. Remember, in the black zone, you do this drill in practice. You want to get at least 2 first downs, and you think of that as a win because then you can flip the field. Obviously, they want to drive this ball down and put it in the end zone before the half.
Yeah, at the very least, West Virginia gets the ball to start the second half. You don't want to give them the ball with good field position here and a chance to double up, get a score to end the half, and then get the ball to begin half number 2. It's Eric Gray who carries on first down, and he gets 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Gray again. This time he's got a first down and more across the 20. And that should put him over 100 yards on the day, over 1,000 yards on the season. Gabriel rolling left, throwing, and it is going to be caught. Mims behind the defense. He's going to take it all the way down to the West Virginia 12-yard line. Rashad Ajayi ran him down.
We saw Mims have the easy drop a drive ago. He was not going to allow this one to fall through his arms. He does a good job of creating the ball and trapping it. He's got a new set of gloves on that'll help him catch in the rain. He makes the catch. That's one thing, though, I haven't seen. Mims getting run down? How about that? How about the speed from the defensive back, Ajayi?
Here's Gray, dancing left. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Nice job, Gray. Just inside zone, find a way to hop gaps, get the guard pulling around the kick out, tight end up the middle, and he finds his way through as he continues on his 1,000-yard rushing season.
Fourth consecutive game where Gray has gone over 100 yards. His numbers this afternoon: 13 carries, 120, average 9.2, and that 54-yarder earlier. And it's 10-0 as Schmidt knocks through the extra point.
All right, so watch Mims. He's at the top of your screen. He's going to run a deep curl route. It's not going to be there. And Gabriel's going to look at him. He's just not going to get it. He's going to go deep curl. He turns around, looks. Okay, I get a scramble drill. And then he's going to disappear. Great job of beating down the hands and getting open. But this is where I'm confused. Mims, you have got the wheels. I know it's rainy out there, but he's not able to get to the end zone. But a nice job of working in concert with his quarterback and making the catch. You can see those black gloves with that black inside. He makes the catch, gets downfield, and sets him up. And then you get the guard pulling around to lead through for Gray. Very nice job by Oklahoma because, like I said, the goal is 2 first downs, right? And make sure you get out of the half without giving West Virginia the ball back and the opportunity to score. But getting a touchdown is what you really want, and they find a way to drive that ball down after they start inside their own 10.
Yeah, West Virginia has the great punt coverage. They pin them back.
Yeah.
Drive starts at the 4.
Yeah.
96 yards, their longest drive of the season. And now the Sooners on top 10-0, 106 to play. West Virginia here going to have a couple of timeouts when they get it back.
And Adam, when has Oklahoma had their best drives and their best plays? When they've taken some shots.
And room on the return. Sam James able to take it out across the 45-yard line, and the Mountaineers going to have great field position as they try to put points on the board before halftime.
I mean, that's a nice job. Usually you get this ball caught over here and you try to go the opposite sideline. No, they stay on the same side, and it looks like Oklahoma is not ready for it. Nice blocks downfield. Nice job of not holding. Sometimes you see these big returns, and you always say, well, where's the flag? Where's the flag? But there's no flag on that one. Nice job of James putting West Virginia in position to try to get the ball down the field. Now, you got to be careful here. And they're going to get Green back out there, which I do agree with, because you don't need a mistake here. You need to find what you can get, see if you can get in position to get points on the board before the half. And it just seems like Daniels has made some mistakes. You don't want to put him in this position.
Second time we've seen Garrett Green. And they dump it right side. First down inside the 40. It's Caden Prather who has the catch.
Garrett Green, once again, showing that he can be the spark for this offense. You can see the enthusiasm, right? He understands the urgency of the game. He's bouncing around, he's making plays, and he has himself a first down to start the drive.
Clock stopped to move the chains. It's rolling again. Green keeps inside the 25. Garrett Green inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds at the Oklahoma 5-yard line.
Right, so we got to remember that you got points here. That's what you have to remember. It's just going to be a quarterback draw. Very good job. You're going to get the offensive line leading up on the defenders. Very nice job by Green. As I've talked about all game, that's what you get from Green. You get an extra element that Oklahoma has to deal with, and down here in the red zone is where it's even more important. But he has to remember, be careful, because you have points here, and you do not want to take points off the board.
38 seconds. 2 timeouts, first and goal. You can pretty much call whatever you want here.
And Oklahoma has struggled with the quarterback run game down here tight. If they can go read option, that right edge looks very soft.
Green fakes the handoff. He'll keep it. He'll score. Touchdown, Garrett Green. Perhaps the sophomore quarterback out of Tallahassee is the spark the Mountaineers needed on the offensive side of the football.
Coming around, you'll get here and right through. Very nice job by Green getting behind his big tight end and getting in the end zone. We've talked about it ad nauseum. In the second half, Green has to be the quarterback for West Virginia. The spark is there. I know they love Daniels as their quarterback, but Green has shown something that he can move the ball. The 2 best drives for West Virginia has been with Green at the helm. He has to be the guy coming out.
Casey Legg has not missed an extra point this year, and he gets hammered, and this is a score opportunity for Oklahoma. Here they come racing the other way. This will be 2 points for the Sooners, and what a turn of events this is. Billy Bowman Jr., the scoop and score on the fumbled PAT opportunity.
The fumble recovered by the defense, returned for a 2-point touchdown.
the rain has reared its ugly head again. And to be completely honest, Adam, I always wonder why this doesn't happen more often, because the ball is coming directly from the ground, which is wet. The ball is already wet. You're snapping it to a guy that he catches these holds, but he's not a catcher by trade. Drops the ball. Wow. Green has been the reason. He's been the big spark, and then he caps it off with a touchdown. I mean, Adam, am I off base here? I mean, there is no way, and we talked about it in the meeting, and I've talked to the coaches about it. From what I can see from Green, he is he the best quarterback? That's up for debate. But is he the best quarterback for this team in this moment? I think it's absolutely.
When you asked offensive coordinator Graham Harrell about Green, first thing he said was he loves football.
Loves football.
Second thing he said, when it comes to practice, he's like an elementary school kid being released for recess. He wants to be there. Can't wait to get out on the practice field. You've seen the energy. How about the halt of momentum on the conversion there? Instead of it being 10-7, now it's 12-6.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You're going to get the ball back, but it kind of sucks some of that energy out, some of that good juju that you thought you found from Green, and then you don't get the extra point, and those points could prove monumental in this game.
Yeah, we couldn't score. Now we get back-to-back touchdowns in less than a minute by each of these teams. Return opportunity here for Farouk. Takes it to the 24. 27 seconds left. One timeout if you're Oklahoma.
I think they're going to find a way to see what happens here. We've got a guy down on the field, but they're going to see what happens. But I think they're comfortable going in 12-6, right? I don't see a reason to create any mistakes. They're going to get maybe a quick screen here. Can't see the number of who that is down on the ground.
It might be Llewellyn here, the backup tight end.
So I'm on the table for Green to be the quarterback for the second half because of what we've seen. But here are the numbers that support that. Here are the numbers that support that. And the rushing numbers are really, really big because that's a part of the game. That's what they need. They need to find a way to keep the ball on the ground and control this game, especially with these conditions. And I just think Green is the better guy for it.
And I look at those rush yards, the 58. I wonder what the balance is there of called quarterback run versus him being able to improvise. And when you look at the parts and pieces he has around him, that wide receiver group, the running backs they put on the field, he is someone that can make plays. You got to defend other areas, and if you don't, he'll make you pay.
Good to see Llewellyn, the true freshman tight end, like you said, get off the field under his own power. But I think you're exactly right. Green has been good. I mean, he is what I thought he was. Right? You guys are kind of laughing at me in the media. You, our producer Eric, everybody's laughing at me. But from what I can see in his limited opportunities, I saw all the energy that Coach Graham Harrell talked about, the offensive coordinator. I saw all of that without ever meeting the kid, talking to him. And when you can feel it through the film, I think that's super important.
Gabriel going to put it up. Got a man caught near sideline, out of bounds. Clock will stop. Farouk has the catch. He's putting together a nice afternoon.
That's too easy. You can see these defensive backs are a little ginger because slipping opportunities come when you don't know where the offense is going and it's raining out. It makes it increasingly difficult to react fast.
Quick dump over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to Barnes. The freshman is in for this drive.
Barnes, second out.
So West Virginia's in that cover 4 defense, and that safety's going to react to number 2, right? The number 2 receiver, which in this case is Stoops. I would love to see Stoops on a vertical dig and maybe even a post with an outside post from Mims for a big play here to end the half.
18 seconds. One timeout for the Sooners. Farouk goes in motion. Here's Gabriel. Under pressure, he's going to be sacked. Big number 91, Sean Martin, got home. He's made some plays defensively today. And time is going to expire in the first 30 minutes here in Morgantown. What a finish. Quiet start. Oklahoma leading at the break over West Virginia.
With the interception, and then another turnover on another drive that wasn't entirely his fault or his fault at all, frankly. But that 7-13 is a little misleading because those are passes, those are quick screens, those are plays that Green can also execute, and it makes it look like the passing of Daniels has been exceptional, and it just hasn't today. And I talked about it before half. I think that Green is the quarterback for West Virginia on this day. Who will they bring out there is the question.
West Virginia gets the ball to begin the second half. This is Sam James, who is tripped up as he goes across the 15-yard line. And as we send out the offense for West Virginia, we look at the Bows stat comparison.
I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. 5 drives, 100 yards, and 2 turnovers. And then for Green, you get 6 points and 97 yards, almost matching the amount of yards in just 2 drives. And you can see that Green is going to be the quarterback, and I think that's the right decision. He's the best quarterback for this team on this day.
Play calling will be interesting here because that drive at the end of the half, you had to have urgency to go down and score based on time and situation. Now you got the full playbook in front of you. How do you handle things if you're West Virginia?
I think you play the same way. That's exactly what Green is as a quarterback.
Mathis bobbled the snap, but once he gathers it in, he's got plenty of room across the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Mountaineers. And they're going fast.
That's the play that OU struggled with last week, that wide zone where the running back can go and find his gaps as he goes to the outside.
Do it right, do it left. Nothing doing here, and a flag on the play. Our referee is David Alvarez.
Illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield. That penalty is declined. Second down.
That play looked like a disaster from the start. Like the running back just kind of didn't know. He saw the flag, and so he's like, do I keep running or what's going on? They lose a few yards there. But this is not where you want to be. 2nd and 11, you lose a yard. You need to stay on schedule to make sure the Green stays comfortable and they can continue to play with that tempo.
Second down at 11. Dump it right side, incomplete. Threw it behind Ford Wheaton. And now 3rd and long. So you come out, you get the big running play, and then you get hit behind the line of scrimmage, and now you face 3rd and long. Not a great situation for Garrett Green. We'll see how he handles it as they go fast one more time. He's going to take off. Now he passes. And that one might have been, was it deflected? I don't know. That one came out funny. Either way.
I can tell you right now, Adam, it wasn't deflected. I can tell you that.
That was so bizarre.
We talked about the conditions, and it's wet out there, right? So he's getting out, and he's made this play all day, and the ball just flips and slides out of his hand.
I couldn't tell.
And you can tell. He's like, well, I cannot believe the ball just slipped out of my hand. You know what I mean? And those are things that just can't happen because now you give OU the ball right away, and they found a lot of momentum in that last half.
Punting situation here for Straw. Boots this one from his own 20. Takes a West Virginia bounce. And the Sooners will have it at their own 18-yard line for their first drive of half number 2.
The last meaningful drive for Oklahoma was a touchdown, and it came because of big plays in the passing game and the run game. When Oklahoma is really good is when they have balance, right? They cannot just solely lean on the run game, even though their running back Gray has been outstanding. We talked about him at the beginning of the game that he will be the reason they dominate this game and become bowl eligible. But they have to find a way to find variety and take those shots downfield that they want to take with Mims and the rest of the crew.
Willis, the tight end, goes in motion. Quick pass as they get it to Gray. Lined up wide. The running back has his 3rd grab of the afternoon, close to first down yardage.
People are probably looking because we saw a play earlier where he was across the line of scrimmage and they was blocking. He caught that ball before they started blocking, so that makes it fair.
He's a receiver on First down on second down he carries, and he's got enough for the first down.
Over 1,000 yards of total offense on the year. He can catch it and he can run it. He's been very, very good this season.
This time Gabriel keeps, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped. Jordan Jefferson pulls him down.
That's a nice job by Jordan Jefferson. Find a way to scrape around and go tight to the offensive lineman. The offensive lineman pull to counter on the other side. He stays tight.
2nd and 14. They're loading it up, going deep. This is Mims, incomplete, and a flag is thrown. He got behind Malachi Ruffin, and he did a great job of coming back to the football.
Yeah, I mean, you say, well, the ball's underthrown, and it's good that the receiver returned back to the ball, because if he doesn't attack to go try to get the ball, this call isn't made. That's a nice job by Mims.
Pass interference. Defense, number 14, 15-yard penalty and automatic. First down.
So I'm gonna tell you why this ball is short, because Mims is so fast that the grip on the ball is a little different, but he's still just as fast, right? And so you get Gabriel trying to get the ball down the field, and it's a little short, but a nice job by him. Even though the DB is looking back at the ball, he's grabbing his shoulder pad, he's impeding him from going and making the catch. So I think that's the right call. But that's what, for a quarterback, you got to speed up just a little bit, because he's getting down that field extremely fast, but the ball is wet, and you're trying to have good ball security.
Mims came down kind of funny there, went off the field. Looked like he was holding his arm or hand, so we'll follow up on number 17 in a moment. First down carry for Gray. And here are the numbers we've been talking about. Over 1,000 yards this season, and for the 4th straight week, over 100. Wide pass to Stoops. Pulled out of bounds at midfield. He'll be short of the line to gain.
See those wide splits from the wide receivers almost lining up on the sideline, so the linebackers have to fly out of the box and make those tackles. And if they do, they can get back to the run game.
Gabriel with great effort after he was hit. I don't think he got there, but boy, he did a great job of trying to keep it alive. And, you know, he has not really been able to find much footing on the ground today as a ball carrier.
Yeah, X-Ray Lowe was right there waiting for him, playing great assignment football. When you get in that triple option type of football that OU likes to play, if you're West Virginia, you have to play great assignment football. He has the quarterback. He stayed with him, but I bet he wishes that he could have held him from getting a little bit closer to the first down.
Offense stays on the field. 4th and 1. This is Gray, and a flag comes in. By the way, we mentioned Mims went out after the pass interference call. He was back in the game there for that 4th down, so apparently he's okay.
I don't know what this could be.
Legal substitution. Defense, number 91, 12 players on the field. Number 99 was also offsides. 5-yard penalty. The result of the play of the yardage is the first down.
I mean, that's got to hurt, because if you're West Virginia, you stop them. But a great job by Oklahoma surprising West Virginia and deciding to quickly go for it. And they caught West Virginia trying to substitute during that same time.
Javante Barnes in at running back, the freshman. And this one gets away, slipped out of the hands, it looked like, for Dylan Gabriel as he came back. That was a lot like what happened to Green on that last drive for West Virginia.
Yeah, you're gearing back to get this ball down the field, and the ball just kind of slips out.
Give a lot of credit. Yeah, Dante Stills got there. And he's meant so much to this West Virginia defense.
Yeah, he's attempting to go catch his father in sacks.
Yeah, his dad Gary. Tremendous player here at West Virginia.
There's one for him. Strips out.
2nd and 16. Big hole for Barnes, who runs it inside the 40. And he'll be close to the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and short for the Sooners.
Anton Harrison, big number 71, pulls on that play and does an amazing job getting up in the hole and clearing the way so that they can get close to a first down. Nice job by Barnes.
3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Opening drive, second half for Oklahoma.
There's no safeties back. Even though it's short yards, I'd take a shot.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and Barnes is not going to get there. Lost a couple of yards. Marcus Floyd comes through to make the stop.
Just too many guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys sitting there waiting for the offense. And if you run the ball into the teeth of this defense, they don't have any safeties back. You add another 8th guy on the outside, number 10, Jared Bartlett. It's tough.
Aubrey Burks was also there. 4th and 3. They're going. Gabriel rolls, throws, and it is incomplete. Turnover on downs for Oklahoma, I do believe. Yes.
It's a great job by West Virginia. They understand that the inclement weather is not allowing the quarterbacks to grip the ball well, so they're gambling. They're saying, you know what, we'll just put everybody down in the box, knowing that you're going to run the ball and try to stop you.
Sooners were moving. Tremendous response by the West Virginia defense. Oklahoma defense coming back out, fired up. They lead at 12-6, 9:54 to play in the 3rd quarter. And once again, calling the shots for this West Virginia offense, the sophomore Garrett Green. Mountaineers got the stop on 4th down. Let's see what they can do with their 2nd possession offensively, half number 2. Green gonna run it. Boy, he was patient there, wasn't he? Looked like the hole had closed down. He waits, releases, and he's got positive yardage.
Yeah, he does a very good job of letting it develop, allowing his blockers to get in front of him, and then getting skinny through the hole. And, you know, you don't usually see that with quarterbacks, but it's usually with running backs where they understand getting skinny through the hole and understanding being patient for their blockers. But Garrett Green does a great job in the run game, so you know he's going to have some of that skill as well.
He got 6. He's over 60 yards rushing now on the day is Garrett Green. Stay on the ground here, and not much happening. First carry of the day for Jalen Anderson. So this will be 3rd and 5.
Good job by the cornerback, C.J. Colden, coming on the outside and being the force player. Sometimes Oklahoma plays a cover 2 trap defense where the corner sits inside and allows receivers to go outside, and he is the force player to the boundary. That's a nice job by him. I think you got to put him on the move. You got to put him on the move, get him in a spread out situation, allow the bottom guy at the bottom of the screen to clear out.
That was Ford Wheaton in motion, lines up wide. Green keeps it, breaks a tackle across midfield. He's got the 1st down.
I was thinking putting him on the move to the outside to throw the ball. How about put him on the move right up the middle again? He takes the ball, is patient, and a nice job by number 28, Jalen Anderson. We haven't seen a bunch of getting in the lead blocking scenario.
Run it on 3rd, throw it on 1st, incomplete. He was trying to find Ford Wheaton, and Woody Washington was there on the defensive side for Oklahoma.
I like it. I like the shot. Give your receiver a chance, get it, grip it and rip it. He does a good job, but unable to make the play. Nice job by Woody Washington, like you said, being on top of the route.
And Green has really shown in limited opportunities today, he's got all the tools to make it happen and put so much stress on the defense because of his ability to run the football. 2nd and 10. He's in trouble here, and he's going to go down, but he's going to be bailed out. That is a face mask. Mason Thomas comes through, but a little too aggressive, and what would have been 3rd and an eternity is going to be 1st down for the Mountaineers.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty in the previous spot and an automatic. 1st down.
I mean, the true freshman makes a huge mistake, and he never even lets it go. Like, he just takes him all the way to the ground by the face mask, and he knows it right away. He's a player that's got a future. I mean, 4-star player coming out of high school. He's getting some real opportunity here on this Oklahoma defense, but that's a big mistake for him, and it continues this drive for Green and the Mountaineers.
If you go back to last week, you know, they talked a lot on the Oklahoma side about playing with discipline, avoiding penalties. And a big one right there. The carry for Johnson on 1st down.
At some point, they're going to have to get Day and Traylon, the tight ends, 88 and 81, they're going to have to get them a bone thrown at some point because they are doing such a good job coming across the formation and taking on these defensive ends and kicking them out in the run game. Here's 81 right there. Here he comes again. Up, leading through. Very nice.
They keep it on the ground. Jalen Anderson the carry.
A lot of the run game, if you follow the tight ends, as long as the quarterback doesn't pull the ball out, the run game is following the tight ends, number 81 and number 88 in blue. They've done a very good job. And on this play, it's like West Virginia hurt me. They're going to bring them both on the field. So now you don't know where the ball is going to go.
Anderson comes out. Mathis is back in. He'll line up in the backfield with Green. 3rd and 2 from the 26. Mathis gets it and squirts inside the 25 to the 24. And that'll be a first down for the Mountaineers.
Nice job again by Traylon Davis. Kicking out, right? And so he cut the defender, but he's inside the tackle box so he can cut him. Very nice job of just clearing out just enough space so the running back can get first down yardage.
You know, this drive started quick. A lot of urgency for West Virginia. Now they slowed things down. After they picked up that first down on the ground with Green, they took the quick shot. Since that penalty against Oklahoma, going to the ground. Once again, it's Jalen Anderson. I mean, he really hasn't had a lot of touches today, but really utilizing him here on this drive. He crashes forward, knocked short of the line to gain by Deshaun White.
It's a nice job of doing what we call pressing the hole. With Reggie Grimes unblocked on the backside, you have to press the hole as long as you can and then try to get skinny underneath the offensive lineman. Anderson does a great job. He's had limited opportunity, like you said, and for him to have that feel and not even be ingratiated into the game just yet, that's a very nice job of getting skinny and getting some yards here on first down.
2nd and 5 for Green and the Mountaineers. On the move, trailing 12-6. Some miscommunication there, but Green keeps and makes something out of nothing. Green inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. A perfect example of what he brings to the table.
You know, this is a little bit what Coach Graham Howard talked about. I think that's Green on the mistake because the tight end was coming from the opposite side. I think the run play was supposed to go to the right. He turns the wrong way. But the other thing that Coach Graham Howard said, he makes plays. He's like a kid in the playground, and he finds a way to make up for what I think was his mistake on that play. Maybe they should try to run that style of play a little more often, where he turns the wrong way, the running back stands and doesn't move, and then just take off and go get inside the 5-yard line with a chance to score.
Under 5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. And the play clock hits 0, and now a whistle and a delay of game.
Delay game. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Adam, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm just telling you, that's Graham Harrell up in the booth losing his mind because his quarterback turned the wrong way, and then he gets this big play, and he's all flustered trying to get a play call down to the offense. Now, I don't know that for a fact. That's just what I'm thinking because that was a play that he didn't expect to happen.
But this is huge because when you go from the 2 to the 7, it changes everything about what you do as a play caller.
I don't know if they have enough over here to count for the quarterback run to the left.
Green fakes to Mathis. He is coming near side, and Oklahoma's there waiting on him. That'll be 2nd down and goal.
It's a nice job. They didn't do enough to get Stutzman sucked in, and the offensive lineman, the defensive linemen were able to stop Green before he gets in. There you go, Graham Harrell, the amazing stat-making, record-setting quarterback.
He was a machine first year as offensive coordinator here at West Virginia. Fun to talk to him early in the week.
Yeah. And he was excited about Green's opportunity to maybe put some drives together, and he is rewarding Graham Harrell for his trust.
2nd and goal. They're going to pass it. Ball deflected and incomplete. Well, that one went in the air, and it was dangerous big time. So now it's 3rd and goal. I want to go back to something. West Virginia scores late in the half. They trail at 10-6. snap is bobbled on the extra point and ultimately fumbled, taken the other way for 2 by Oklahoma. You could be in a situation here where a chip shot ties the game. Now you need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal only gets you within 3.
OU's been very aggressive flowing to the ball. I would say throwback screen here.
They throw it left side, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bryce Ford Wheaton.
I mean, how about Garrett Green? He turns the wrong way, gets him down close, they get a penalty, and then a fade. Wheaton with the patience at the top of the route. When you're running a fade route, you can't just start going and running to the outside, because then the defender closes the gap. He gets to the defender, up on his toes, and then gets around. The ball is thrown perfectly. And look at the sideline and the excitement that this West Virginia offense and entire team is playing with.
West Virginia fell behind in this game 10-0. And the extra point here from Casey.
Dressed up as a Wendy's Biggie Bag.
Shipping, return. Start your journey.
Order by November 13th.
A while since West Virginia had a lead in the second half, but that streak has come to a close. Mountaineers on top 13-12 over Oklahoma. After that scoring drive here with 3:36 to play in the third quarter. You know, Garrett Green has really shown what he's capable of and throws the fade. Tremendous catch by Ford Wheaton, and the Mountaineers on top in this one. For Ford Wheaton, it was touchdown catch number 7 on the year. Farouk on the return. He's got room. Bumped out of bounds as he goes across the 35. Oklahoma trailing. What will they do when they hit the field offensively? We'll find out when we return.
So today, you know, it's like an above ground pool when we consider offense, right? That was like an in-ground pool with all that offense. It's a pool.
Murray and Greer each had 4 touchdowns that day. We've got 3 total today for the 2 teams. This is Gray breaking tackles and taking it close to midfield.
I mean, we were spot on in the beginning. Like, he has to be the one they lean on, and he's proven that they can lean on him in the run game. We just got to get a little bit more variety if you're Oklahoma sprinkled in there in the passing game, and this is a little bit of what they've tried to do.
Pass outside to Mims. He's got the first down. You know, you get a great return, a couple of nice plays, 1 on the ground, 1 in the air.
Yeah.
And already Oklahoma in plus territory.
With great runs and those outside throws, you force the defense to play depth and width. And if you can do that, you can continue to allow Gray to lean on this defense.
Here's Gray again. A little move in the hole. Jazir Cox hangs on. It'll be second down for the Sooners.
What Oklahoma is doing, they're saying, hey, let's line up our guys as far as we can at the wide receiver position. Either throw it out to them.
Mims has the first down.
Either throw it out to him or run the ball up the middle with Gray. And West Virginia hasn't found a way to get enough guys in the box to stop the run game. How about Mims trying to go to the hurdle and being denied?
Hershey McCord said, you will not.
You will not have me on the internet.
You know, I thought he was going to be hit behind the line by Ruffin out there.
Yeah, they're doing a good job blocking on the edge.
Stoops, just the ultimate blue-collar receiver.
Yeah, it's like the unsung hero of this offense. I mean, these quick screens, they've thrown them to him a number of times, and he's gotten yardage, gotten first downs, but he's also been the lead blocker, essentially, for whoever catches the ball.
Yeah, of course, his dad, the legendary coach at Oklahoma, worked with us at Fox, so he's played both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, and the coaching staff was adamant they are not – he did not get anything because of his last name on his jersey. If his last name was Johnson, he would do just as well. He's blue-collar, like you said, and we'll be back with Oklahoma trying to continue their drive.
Let's partner for all of it. West Virginia leading at home, 13-12 over Oklahoma. 2:29 to play in the third quarter. The Sooners are driving. Our delay, by the way, was not a timeout by either team. An injury to one of our officials, the head linesman. That was the reason for the timeout. Oklahoma runs it on first down. Eric Gray with room again, carrying tacklers inside the 10-yard line. He's special.
Oh, yes, he is.
Sooners going fast.
Big number 71, Anton Harrison, is just as special at that left tackle position in that pool scenario. He pulls around and leads up through like nobody's business.
First and goal. Keep it on the ground. Gray churns down to the 5. He's over 150 on the afternoon, is Eric Gray. He's got the ball here. Breaking tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, Eric Gray.
Nice job by Eric Gray once again.
Now it looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
Didn't get it. Block across right there. Very nice job by big number 71, Anton Harrison, coming around the lead through to get him down near the goal line. And then you get the tight end coming across and leading through to help him. Gray has been everything we thought he would be and more. Right? He's been even more today. OU has needed him a great deal, and they've been able to lean on him in the run game. And now they have him at wide receiver where they've used him as well. You got Mims in the backfield trying to create some confusion. You got running back, you got wide receiver here.
Play clock under 10. Gray in motion. They fake it to him. Gabriel keeps, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. That makes it a 7-point game. Oklahoma on top, 20-13.
You got action here, and it's going to force these guys to all come outside, and then you're going to get Gabriel down the middle. Very nice job of using your weapons. You got Mims, you've got Gray, and then you've got the quarterback, Gabriel, up the middle and in the end zone for the 2 points.
Surprised you go for 2 here and chase points with over 16 minutes to go in the game. I know you want to make it a 7-point advantage. What do you think about that call? It all worked out, obviously.
Well, in hindsight, it's right. It's right call because they got it. But how about Gray, man? He's been really good, and most of the time, when he was able to get these big plays, it's because of Anton Harrison leading up through, kicking out on the pull situation. I mean, this offensive line has really taken upon themselves to make sure that they stay in this football game. And we talked about in the beginning, Eric Gray has been special.
Yeah, he has, and we're selling Gray. But let's go bigger picture with the Oklahoma offense. You're trailing for the first time today. You get the ball back, and right away you answer.
Yeah, they responded, and they responded with Gray. That's been the way we kind of framed it since the beginning of the game. I said it. I played it on word. I said, and Eric has to have another Gray day. He has to have a great day, and he's been doing that so far. Can this defense stand up and slow down Green, who's really found his groove?
Sam James on the return for West Virginia, and he's hit as he crosses the 25-yard line. You know, the first 27 minutes of this game, not a whole lot happened. But late second quarter and throughout this third quarter, we've had a little punch. Offense is turning it up.
I got a feeling, Double A, it's going to be a good finish. Right, whoever is on top and however it shakes out, it's going to be a really good finish because you got the duel between Garrett Green and Eric Gray in the running game, and for Green also in the passing game. Whew, it's going to be a good one.
I mean, we've said how great the games have been here in Morgantown. Last year in Norman, Oklahoma wins on a last-second field goal. These teams have a history of producing great finishes. Green, the quarterback. Mathis, the running back. Positive yardage near the 35. David Agwebu is there to make the tackle for Oklahoma.
I talked about it on the previous drive. Follow the tight ends. In this case, number 88 in blue, Brian Paulin Day. You see him on the outside right there, hooking the defensive end.
Mathis had room, but Woody Washington, I mean, we said his name today so much, whether he's defending the pass or coming up and supporting in the run.
It's a nice job by the tight end on the outside, but that's a nice tackle. Remember I talked about it. The corners for OU are tasked with being the force defenders and stopping the run game as well. They're not just there to cover in the pass game.
Third down, Green throws incomplete. Lucky that one probably wasn't picked off because he was getting hit and just kind of launched it out into no man's land.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the shallow cross to James. He starts to climb into the pocket. He kind of has him, but he climbs into the pocket, and as he starts to throw it, boom, gets hit at the same time he's throwing and the ball sails.
Say it again, Oklahoma gets behind. Offense responds. Quick drive, touchdown. They regain the lead. Defense responds, getting off the field. Mims back for Oklahoma. And a fake. They snap it to the up man, James. He was looking to throw it. Now he's going to run it. He's got the first down. What a gutsy call by Neil Brown. And boy, that should breathe some life into this West Virginia team.
Oh, man, that was close. You're going to see it right here. He's going to take the snap, and he starts to go outside, but then he has to cut it up inside. Very nice job by James, who you usually try to get to the outside, so the Oklahoma defenders kind of overplay it. They run, they run, they run. He sticks it up inside like a good running back on the outside zone, and a first down, and the gamble pays off for Neil Brown's offense.
James kind of hesitated when he took it.
He's going to throw it. Looks like he's going to throw it.
Yeah, good decision by him. First down at the 39-yard line. Could be the last play of our third quarter. Green going to pass. Getting pressure. Runs away from it. Stutzman is there. Pulls him down. And a flag down on the play as well.
It's going to be a holding on Jalen Anderson, and I'm just telling you, I don't blame him. He got destroyed. He's trying to block for his quarterback, and the defender just, boom, barrels through him, and he tackles him to the ground with him.
The ruling on the field was that the runner was down before the game before the ball came loose. Holding. Offense, number 28, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Man, I can't blame Anderson on that one, man. I can't blame him. He got destroyed. Redshirt freshman. Not enough days in the weight room, I guess. My goodness.
Penalty makes it 1st and 20. And as they start the clock, time has run out in our third quarter of play. Oklahoma leading West Virginia 20-13. Mountaineers trying to come from behind, and they're doing everything they can to get there.
You want to be a running back at this level? How about Jalen Anderson learning what it's like to pass block? Marcus Stripling just buries him, and he has to put him in the headlock and hold him. At this point, I don't even think it's okay to even call a penalty on that young man. He's doing everything he can. How about Stripling? Man, 6'3", 245-pound senior out of Houston, Texas, giving Anderson all he can have. It's a big penalty because West Virginia just hasn't been able to drop back and pass the ball down the field, right? The center of the offense has been the run game, quarterback run, running back run. Let's see if they respond here. But remember, follow the tight end.
Green 3 of 10 for 48 yards. Throws it inside. And Caden Prather's got the catch. Minimal gain on 1st and 20.
Safe call to get some of it back.
I'll tell you what scares me in a no-brain passing situation for West Virginia, if I'm the Oklahoma defense, is Green getting outside contained and taking off. That's where he's been incredible today.
So when you were saying what scares you, I was already thinking, well, what scares the defense is exactly what you just said, because that's where they've really made this game a game.
2nd and 15 for Green. Pressure again. Unloads. And it's going to be caught. This This is the drive of Sam James. He has the fake on 4th down on the punt, and here a huge catch that takes him inside enemy territory.
The slot fade, and it's usually very difficult to cover, but Trey Morrison does a great job, and James just goes up and cracks the peanuts on top of his head and snatches the ball.
Try it left, try it right. This time nobody home, incomplete.
How about Green? Didn't start this game, pressure in your face, kaboom! Just don't get a chance to see the ball completed and throws an absolute dime, and James makes another play.
And James has been remarkable. 2,000 career receiving yards. He's been a mainstay at West Virginia, and he has been huge on this drive. 2nd down and 10 from the 31.
Follow the tight end.
They're going to run it here with Johnson. He's got about 3. It'll be 3rd down and right around 7.
Wherever the tight end goes in the run game, that's exactly where the running backs are following. If the linebackers for you can pick up on that, they can beat the tight ends to the spot to try to stop them from getting ahead of them and allowing the running backs to gain yards. And that's when West Virginia comes with the quarterback going the opposite way. Here we go right here.
James in motion, resets in the slot near side. Play clock under 5. They get it off. Fumble in the backfield, and who's got it? It squirts loose again, and West Virginia is going to recover. They dodge a huge bullet, but not the execution you need on 3rd down and 7.
I just said if they follow the tight end's going to come, and they meet him before he can even get into the line of scrimmage. Look at all the maroon helmets or crimson helmets, and the ball comes out, and they're in a position to try to get this ball, but they are going to be so upset because the ball's squirting around. You got to come up with that if you're the OU defense. But a nice job by West Virginia finding a way to get that ball back.
4th down, 4th and 16, but because of where you are on the field,
they got a free play.
The offense, yeah, free play. Green going deep, and it's going to be intercepted. That's going to draw a penalty. That'll negate the offsides, and instead of it being 4th and 11, now most likely a punting situation here for West Virginia.
Just can't do it. You just can't do it.
That's frustration, right? I mean, if you're James, I mean, you feel like things are going your way, and
he doesn't know that he has a free play, but either way, you can't do this. Like, he clearly is giving himself up, and he just decks him.
That was C.J. Colton that picked it off and was sitting on it in the end zone.
And this drive has been all about James. He's been so good. Fake punt, big catches, but that's a big mistake for him there.
There's no foul after the play. Offside. Defense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
I don't know. If I'm the Oklahoma staff, it wasn't a huge hit, but the guy's giving himself up. He has no intentions on returning that ball, and he just decks him. That's a penalty. I'm sorry. That is a penalty on West Virginia, but Coach Neil Brown and this offense gets away with one.
Yeah, so now, I mean, you were going for it on 4th and 16. Now you're 4th and maybe 4th and 15, 4th and 10 now.
I mean, James has showed how superior athlete he is. He had time to slow down, right? He's been outstanding. And he can stop on the dime and get 1st down, but he can't stop before he hits a defender after he's given himself up. But 4th and 10, I would look for James again. He's in the slot to the bottom of your screen.
Mathis, the running back. Here's Green. And it's going to be caught. And good for the 1st down. Caden Prather sits down, makes the catch, and the Mountaineers keep the drive alive.
They use James as a seam, and then he goes curl, hook up, right in between 3 OU defenders. What a throw!
Prather gets it again, down to the 10-yard line of Oklahoma.
To have the courage on 4th down and 10 to drive that ball in between 3 Oklahoma defenders, what a throw by Garrett Green. When we talked to Coach Graham Harrell, offensive coordinator, he said he may have the most talented arm in the room. I mean, he makes some throws that you just say, wow, that was one of those wow and courageous throws.
They say Prather was down at the 11, 2nd down and 6. Green fakes, keeps, bringing it right side. Green to the corner, touchdown, Mountaineers.
I told you, you follow tight, he's going to go here and then come back and lead around, and then Green is coming with him. Very nice design. If you follow the tight end, it'll take you to the play. The linebacker's following tight end, but he goes back, and Green gets underneath and powers his way into the end zone.
A star is being born today in Morgantown, West Virginia, and his name is Garrett Green. Casey Legg for the tie. Extra point is good.
You see it all over the place in college football, professional football. The leader of your team has to be a guy with energy, especially if you're a team that isn't playing well, and he's brought a spark, and he's been really good.
And now we get some college football mayhem with our mayhem moment, sponsored by Allstate.
And it's going to be moments, because look at this mayhem that could have been a personal foul, right? So it will take you, rather than 4th and 10, you would have to attempt a 4th and probably 15 or 20, and then they don't get that penalty, and Green finds his way in the end zone. I told you, Adam, you got to follow the tight end. Oklahoma does it. Touchdown, Green.
I mean, there were like 7 or 8 mayhem moments on that drive.
We're going to pick the bunch up.
I mean, the fake punt, the 4th down conversion, across the board. They did so many positive things. And here is the defense responding. Aubrey Burks hitting Gray in the backfield.
Yeah, Aubrey Burks with a little mayhem of his own. And it's because the catch was bobbled by Gray. The ball's out there. Remember, there are still slip conditions out there. The rain has kind of settled a bit, but the ball is still coming from that wet ground.
Farouk catching on the perimeter. He's got about 5 yards. Should be right around 3rd down and 7 for Oklahoma here.
That play was so big. It seems like not a lot because he bobbles it or whatever. He gets the yardage, but it puts him back in position to stay on schedule. Even though it's third and medium, you would much rather have 3rd medium than a 3rd and long with this wet ball.
Look at these splits. Receivers on the near side.
Man,
way out here. Gabriel to throw on 3rd down. Airing it out. He's got Farouk, but it's incomplete. Malachi Ruffin was there defensively, and while he didn't really turn and make a play on the ball, he certainly distracted Farouk and had it knocked away.
Yeah, Farouk's going to go on a post, and he's beat him, right? He's in front. He's got to step. Remember what I talked about earlier with the conditions in the wet ball. The longer you wait, the further they get down the field. And remember, it's wet for the quarterback, but for the wide receivers, they're running, and they are just as fast as they always are. And for Gabriel, he sits in the pocket. He wants to be sure that it's open. He waits to throw it, and it's too late.
3 and out for Oklahoma. Preston Fox calls for the fair catch, and he makes it at the 31-yard line of West Virginia. Mountaineers driving for the lead when we come back to Morgantown.
Look back at that 3rd down. Here's Farouk. He's going to go on the vertical route, but the quarterback, Gabriel, is just not able to get the ball out. Here is when the ball has to be out. But you can see, Gabriel still hasn't started to throw it. So by the time he wants to throw it, he goes bounce, bounce, bounce. Then he throws it. He's too far down the field. He doesn't have enough arm with the wet ball to get it down there. And that's the difference between winning and losing. That's the difference between a conversion and a punt in West Virginia on the attack.
Tie game, just over 10 minutes to play. Incomplete pass on 1st down. Weather may have been a factor there. It's raining again, and that one a little bit low to James. He couldn't hang on.
Yeah, the rain subsided for a little bit, but the rain is back in full force. I mean, just look at all that water, precipitation coming from the sky. It's wet.
That from Chief Meteorologist Devin Gardner.
Like that precipitation. You like that? Follow the tight end.
Green has rushed for over 100 yards today. The best rusher for West Virginia. And here he gives it to Johnson. He's hit for a loss. Downs comes through to get him. Ethan Downs, 6'4", sophomore, hometown guy from Oklahoma.
Man, I like the way he plays football. I can just tell you, he's not the biggest guy on the field, but I love his intensity and effort to the ball.
3rd and 12, got to be careful here. Tie game. Green going to throw it. Pressured, rolling, penalty flag is out, and he wisely just throws it away.
It's going to be a legal chop block by the running back. Big number 72, Doug Nestor, had his hand on a defender, and then at the same time, the running back goes to chop him. Cannot do that.
We'll get the call from David Alvarez.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 72 and 26. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Yeah, so you throw it away on 3rd down.
Yeah.
No brainer. You decline the penalty, and now a punting situation for West Virginia. So we had talked about the offenses and the rhythm that they had found.
Mm-hmm.
Now the defenses respond.
Yeah.
Oklahoma goes 3 and out. Mountaineers go 3 and out. Sooners getting it back under 10 minutes to play.
Yeah, if you're West Virginia, you try to throw a quick throw to try to get some yards on 1st down, but the rain picks up a great deal. It's dropped, and now you're at 2nd and long, and you're kind of reeling from the start of that drive.
Straw punts it. Mims is back, and he'll let it roll. Oklahoma ball. The countdown is on because the World Cup is just 8 days away, and on Monday, the 21st, Christian Pulisic and the USA play their long-awaited opener against Wales, and you could win $1 million. Fill out your World Cup bracket at foxsports.com/bracket and play for free. Have you done your bracket? Are you eligible to win?
I've not done my bracket, but I mean, $1 million. You just put some names in a hat, pull them out, put them in the.
I'd never see you on Saturday afternoon again. Ball just across the 20. And if you need to make it happen offensively in your Oklahoma, you ride the shoulders of Eric Gray. He's had an incredible afternoon. Over 160 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns.
Go back to what you know. He's been a big-time workhorse.
He gets it again. Room to operate over the left side out near the 35-yard line.
He's come on so strong late in the season, and it's so important because this is a time in the game where you want to be able to finish a team, right, and possess the ball. If you can get a 9-minute drive down to go score, that's exactly what you want if you're Oklahoma. 1st down for the Sooners. 3 plays this drive, 3 runs for Eric Gray, and each of them getting at least 5 yards. The way they run the ball, I slow down some. The way they run the ball, they can hold this ball and not give West Virginia another chance. So you're not going 4-minute offense, you're going 9-minute offense? I'm going 9-minute, brains coming, Eric Gray offense. Hey, we said Eric Gray had rushed for over 100 in 4 straight games. He might hit 200 today. Shifty again into plus territory and down to the 36-yard line of West Virginia. Knocked out by Rashad Ajay, but what a run by Eric Gray. It's a nice job by Eric Gray, but he ruined my 9-minute offense play. He went out of bounds. But nice run by Eric Gray, and like I talked about, he's almost over 200 yards. He can be leaned on in the run game as they spell him for 1 play. Yeah, he is over 200 now. 25 carries, 203 yards. The average 8.1 for Eric Gray, and you said he goes out. Javante Barnes, the true freshman, gets the carry here. Barnes coming back from injury. How about this? Tie game, 4th quarter, wet conditions, true freshman handling the football. That's confidence, and he's delivering. Big run here on 2nd down and 8. Yeah, he's a top 10 running back coming out of high school. His junior season was canceled due to COVID, so he's played his senior year, and now he's here at this level playing. And like you said, trusting a true freshman to handle the ball in these wet conditions. 3rd and 3, Gray is back in. And they give it to him. And I believe he is going to be short. Lee Koba, the linebacker, started his career at Syracuse, went the junior college route, lands at West Virginia, made the stop, and now 4th and 2 for Oklahoma. Tie game, 6:50 to play. And I think this is a smart decision to punt. I think that they should punt and have them back deep, and maybe they're kicking a field goal. Yeah, they're lined up to kick the field goal.
Zach Schmidt, 1 for 2. He missed from 55 early on. This one from 46. His long this year is 44. And the kick is off the upright and no good.
I'm so glad I wasn't a coward. I wasn't a coward. I first guessed it. I didn't like it. I wanted him to punt it and pin him backwards. But the field goal looks like it might be good. Doink. Off the right upright. And West Virginia will take over right there.
Who wants burger?
When you're low on time and your in-laws have high standards,
Stretch. Who wears the pants?
Afford mistake. That.com.
Sooners at 20 apiece. And they're supporting their kicker on the Sooner sideline, Zach Schmidt, who just missed from 46 yards, his second miss of the day.
I can tell you the conversation is you got to stay in it because we're going to need you probably to win this game. So you got to stay locked in and prepared to make a kick.
West Virginia runs on first down. That's Mathis. Trey Morrison comes up to help make the stop. Crazy to me with what Mathis has been able to do. That the leading rusher today for West Virginia is Green, over 100 yards. The backup quarterback comes in, a couple of touchdowns on the ground, threw the touchdown pass, and tie ball game. 2nd and 9. Fake to Mathis. This is Prather. He's got room. Hit after contact, falls forward across the 40, and that'll be enough for the first down.
It's a very good job playing off of what they've shown all day. Follow the tight end, follow the tight end. The linebackers shift to follow the tight end. It sets up winter blocks for those offensive linemen to get out in the screen game and protect for Prather to go get a first down.
Mathis gets it on first down. Positive yardage across the 45-yard line. Stripling pulled him to the ground.
Stripling is relentless. He got blocked on that play, and then he finds a way to continue to. He's the guy that's down. He gets up on his own. It's very good to see because he has been so important to helping to hold this West Virginia offense in check some, right? He's the edge setter. He's the guy that creates a lot of havoc. If they can't have him, that's going to be huge.
Five yards on the carry. We'll make it 2nd down and 5. I tell you what, getting yardage on first down is big for Green. Young quarterback, not used to being in these situations. Stay in front of the chains.
Yeah, young quarterback, but he seems so poised.
He does.
He seems so poised, and the moment just doesn't seem too big for him. Tight end right here. Follow him, and it'll take you to where this ball's going.
Mathis behind Polende. It'll be 3rd down for the Mountaineers. Right around midfield. Clock under 5 minutes. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. Officially 3rd and 1. Ball spotted at the Mountaineer 49-yard line.
I would go quarterback power. I would allow my quarterback to, or quarterback sneak, but allow the quarterback to drop step and get right in behind the center.
It's exactly what they do. Oklahoma's waiting for it, and a flag on the play.
I think it might be in the neutral zone. I didn't see anybody move on the offense, so I would think that OU got a little too close.
How big is that penalty, huh?
Yeah, if that's the penalty, that is going to be huge. I think OU got into the neutral zone before the ball was snapped.
I'm not sure. I mean, we'd have to go back and look, but it was going to be close. He didn't get a big push that time.
Offside.
Yep.
Defense, number 94, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. The yardage results in a first down.
Yeah, it's Isaiah Coe.
Right there, you can see he's almost across. I mean, that's kind of when the ball was snapped, but he lined up in the neutral zone, and that's why he's so far ahead of all the rest of his teammates and into the line of scrimmage. That's a big penalty because, like you said, it was going to be close. I don't know how great of a push Green got, but Man, Coach Venables has to be disappointed with the details. Some of the details, it goes all the way back to the beginning of the game when you're supposed to catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage and it turns from a touchdown to a field goal.
That's what I said earlier when we preached it last week. Mathis, nice room over the left side down to the 40. Trey Morrison pulls him down, but again, the Mountaineers staying in front of the chains. Been riding Mathis on this drive. 2nd down and 4. Quick pass outside. Ford Wheaton stopped before he got to the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 1 again for West Virginia.
Man, there aren't a whole bunch of stats out there, but I've said it already. But Traylon Davis and Brian Pullen today, they have been outstanding. Every single play is going behind them. They have moved guys out of the way. I think at some point you got to sneak them, bluff them on the outside, and get them the ball in the flat, because I don't think that the Oklahoma defense is going to expect it. Both tight ends in the game right now to confuse that OU defense so you don't know which way it's going. I say it goes left.
Mountaineers taking their time. Play clock down to 5. They give it to Mathis. Unbelievable penetration. He goes nowhere. Mason Thomas comes through to make the stop. 4th down, West Virginia.
Yeah, it's a play designed to go here and go left behind the tight end. He tries to get in there, but there's nowhere to go. Very nice job by big number 88, Jordan Kelly, blasting through that offensive line and creating kind of a pile-up, so there's nowhere to go for the runner.
3rd and 1 turns into 4th and 2. And it looks like West Virginia is just going to let the play clock roll all the way down, call a timeout.
Get a good play call.
And feel confident about what you're doing, but also take as much time off the clock so Oklahoma doesn't have as much to work with if and when they get the ball back. We'll see what happens on 4th down when we return.
They leave the offense on the field.
Green the quarterback, Mathis the running back. 4th and 2. They fake the pass, they fake the run, they pass it, and they've got the 1st down. Great play, backside, Bryce Ford Wheaton with the grab.
I mean, they were so soft. Look at the respect that they're giving them. They're backing up, and it allows for the offensive tackle, Wyatt Milam, to get outside and create just a little bit of space to get the 1st down.
Keep it going through the air. Green rolling right, looking, and he's got his man. Nice way to improvise as he dumps it to Mathis. I thought he was going to throw it away.
You string it out, you string it out, you string it out, and somehow on that play, they gain 9 yards or 7 yards. Wow. That looks like a throwaway for sure, and it's going to be 2nd and 10, 2nd and long again. Nope. Because of the legs of Green and what he's been able to do in the scrambling game, he strings it out, and a great job by Tony Mathis sitting on the sideline, knowing where he is on the field, and getting yards on 1st down.
Clock rolling, under 2 minutes to play. Mountaineers doing a great job of working the clock here. Fake to Mathis. Green keeps hitting the hole, spins away from the defender, and he's going to take it down near the 20-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Mountaineers. This kid has been a highlight reel today.
I mean, in the hole, Stutzman has him dead to rights. Absolutely not. Spin off, touch the ground, find a way to get more, and another 1st down for West Virginia.
Well, now you're in field goal range. Oklahoma trying to save some time on the backside. The Mountaineers have really put themselves in a great spot here. And it's time now for our hardest working player, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you get.
Passing yards, 133. Rush yards, leading rusher in career highs in every single category. When we talked to offensive coordinator Graham Howard, he said, I'm really interested to see, and I think he's going to be good if he gets opportunity to put some drives together in a full game. Well, today, against Oklahoma, he's finding out that he has himself a quarterback of the future and a guy he can depend on throughout the entire game. I am very happy for what Green has been able to do, but job not done. Job not done. As good as he's been today, it will mean nothing if he can't find a way to get out of here with a victory.
Oklahoma used the timeout, so they have 2 remaining. Ball spotted at the 21. You go conservative here if you're West Virginia because you're in field goal range. Mathis has it. No gain on the play. Isaiah Coe gets him down. It'll be second down and right around 10.
Take a look at this fourth down play. Remember I said follow the tight end, right? He's going to come across the formation in motion and come back. The two linebackers for OU do a great job. They come. That's the fourth down play for the screen. That's the fourth down play of the screen. Yeah, that was the play prior to that. We'll try to get back and show you the run by Garrett, that Garrett Green that got a first down.
West Virginia today on fourth down, especially in the second half. You go with the fake punt, the long fourth down conversion that led to the touchdown, and what we saw there. 3 of 4 this afternoon, the Mountaineers on fourth down, and a chance here to make this one pay off to take the lead. So the key thing, if you're West Virginia, you hand the ball off, even if Green keeps it, make sure you don't go out of bounds. Force Oklahoma to use that last timeout. So many key moments in a tie game late. We'll see if West Virginia can finish the deal. They have never beaten Oklahoma here at home. They pass it. Ford Wheaton the catch. He's going to be short of the first down. He gets inside the 20.
Here's the play where you're going to follow the tight end. He's going to come across the 4. He's going to go back and come across the formation. Now, these linebackers understand that if they follow tight end, they'll get to where they want to go. I'm sorry. This isn't the play. But this is a great job of Green. Find a way to get the ball to his running back, Tony Mathis.
So now 3rd and 6. Are you surprised? Are you surprised they throw the ball there and put it in the air?
I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at that at all. I think that you played the way you played, right? And especially since that's such an easy completion where you throw the ball and you know it should be a completion. Now with these conditions, the rain has stopped a little bit. You think it should be a completion, but it's just an extension of the run game, right? It's just a run play where the ball is thrown. So I like the call. I think they continue to move the clock, find a way to get in the end zone, because you can never be too safe and just depend on the kicker, especially in these conditions. Remember, early in the game, they didn't get an extra point because the ball went right through his hands, right? And at that point, it wasn't actually raining, but it had rained all day. So you don't want to truly depend on the kicker winning this game, but you also don't want to put the ball in harm's way.
3rd and 6. The big thing, do not go out of bounds. Casey Legg has not missed this season. The kicker for West Virginia. And Oklahoma is out of timeouts. Green keeps. And he's going to get the first down.
I mean, he's just putting this team on his back. Just like all the plays, tight end's going to wrap around and Green's going to follow right behind him. Look at how he finds his way through, protects the ball. What's the most important thing right now? Ball security. He understands that, and he is fired up.
You love the energy. You love the passion. The production today has been incredible. And now you can bleed the clock and win it with a walk-off.
You can hear it at home. This Mountaineers fan base has really come alive inside the stadium. Louder than it's been all day. Excited about the opportunity their team has when coming into this game. Remember, JT Daniels started the game. That's their quarterback. That's their transfer. They got out of the transfer portal, and they were very excited. The season hasn't gone the way that they wanted to go. But Garrett Green, in an age where you just transfer and go somewhere else when you think you're a talented player, he stuck around. As a young player, he stayed at West Virginia, and now he has his opportunity for Tony.
51 seconds to play. West Virginia with 1 timeout remaining. So he'll run a play here, let the clock bleed down, call the timeout, and kick the field goal. Right, and now you play this?
I'm keeping the ball in Garrett Green's hands. Keep the ball in Garrett Green's hands. He's done a good job with it all day. And I want to try to get in the end zone if I'm West Virginia.
Green runs it. Very conservative. Stacked up. Down to the 6. So about a 2-second difference here between the game clock and the play clock. And you got one timeout remaining to set up what would be a game-winning field goal for Casey Legg.
You know, Oklahoma, they probably should have let them score, because that's the only way you get the ball back, right? Because, I mean, obviously, nothing is for sure, because in this same area of the field, they dropped the snap on the field goal extra point, and they couldn't execute. I don't see that happening again, but for Oklahoma, that would have been your only chance to let them score. And you get a timeout here, and now it's all on the leg of Legg.
Casey Legg, the kicker. 12 for 12 this year, as long as 38. But that's irrelevant, because this will be a chip shot.
You can see the holder, Colton McGee, getting some practice holds. Remember, early in the game, West Virginia had to start chasing points because they bobbled the snap. It went right through the hands, tried to pick it up, fumbled, and it was returned for a 2-point score by the Oklahoma special teams unit. No hold bigger in his career.
Austin Brinkman, the snapper. As you said, McGee will hold it. West Virginia has never beaten Oklahoma here in Morgantown. A win keeps your postseason hopes alive. And Oklahoma has no timeout, so you can't ice him. He knows once we go out here to execute this, it's happening on this play.
I mean, that was a long wait that we just had there to build it up. So he's had all the icing he needs. This is big.
It'll be a 25-yarder from the hash. The kick is up. And it is good. Casey Legg buries it from 25, and West Virginia beats Oklahoma 23-20.
Doesn't matter how it looks. Doesn't look great going through. West Virginia's season stays alive with a chance to play for bowl eligibility. How about Garrett Green?
He was the man off the sideline.
Casey Legg uses that right leg and puts it right through the uprights, and a walk-off winner. And Venables can do nothing but smile. His team continues to fight. They've been so close in so many games, but the